started out, each of you from very distant backgrounds, very diverse group, with each of your own histories and your own background and your own calling, but you find yourself in the small neutral nation of Dastra. Now, Dastra is it's a semi-Germanic, it's a European-esque style kind of culture country to it.
Dastro or Dastra?
Dastra. It's a pretty quiet, neutral little country that sits along the shoreline, wedged between two greater powers. Dastra itself is mostly just known for its agriculture and some mining industry stuff. It itself is mostly just a trade commerce kind of hub. It doesn't have too much in the way of military. It's pretty quiet, pretty peaceful.
So it's a developing area.
Not really developing, just
rural.
Like
rural.
a peaceful
Okay. It's established but rural.
Right. They're not too rich, but they aren't really struggling, and there's generally a lot of happy people there. It's a peaceful place for the most part. Its neighbors, the neighboring nations of the Kingdom of Reichland, which is to the south, which is a massive country which has a very long heritage of,
What was the name?
Reichland. Reikland. The Kingdom of Reichland. A massive kingdom with a very, very long, bloody history of...
You say north or south? I'm sorry.
South.
South. A very long, bloody history of basically dynasties rising and falling, emperors, kings slain, emperors rising up and being knocked out. And it's this massive beast of an old nobility that just lies to the south. And it's currently heavily at war with the northern neighboring kingdom of the Hafan theocracy. This is a larger, somewhat desert-like, basically caste system type theocracy, meaning that the religion basically is the state. Not too many of you are very familiar with any of it. Most of you, through your travels, either you came from Dastra itself, which we can discuss who's from there and who's not. Some of you very obviously did not come from Dastra. But most of you traveled here through the Kingdom of Reichland. You don't know too much about the Hafan theocracy. Kingdom of Reichland is kind of your usual shit. It's a very heavy, militaristic kind of ruled land where nobles and barons own vassals, and most people are, 80% of people are just completely owning nothing serfs. Many people are miserable. The happiest people are probably the tradesmen in towns. Otherwise, the nobility itself have to constantly watch out for backstabbing, and it's a rough continent. It's a rough country defined by struggle. The Hafan theocracy. Oh, go ahead.
Ask a question?
Yep.
So it kind of mirrors the late end of the Middle Ages minus the plague.
Kind of, yeah, and a little bit more, yeah, pretty dour. They're strong, but at the same point, they have a lot of internal struggle, which kind of helps define them who they are.
Okay.
Like Russia.
The Kingdom of the North, the Hafan theocracy, from what little you guys have heard about it, they just seem like they're extremely zealous. Their contact with the outside world is normally fairly conflict-ridden. They have not had too many good encounters with outsiders, although you do know that they seem to be at peace with Dastra, which is wedged right in between the Kingdom of Reichland and the Hafan theocracy. They're at war with Reichland, but there's only a small strip of land where they can actually commit war. So Dastra finds itself in this very uncomfortable spot of trying to maintain neutrality between these two countries.
So how does
this war raging only miles away from its borders?
So how does Reichland view Dastra? Maybe you already answered this and I missed it.
You guys haven't had much time to actually speak to any nobles in Reichland, so you actually aren't really familiar with the political sphere of things. But from what you can tell, Reichland begrudgingly keeps Dastra, has not made a move on Dastra, mostly due to the fact that Dastra seems to hold some sort of economic power over the countries near it, just because of its mercantile roots. So the political situation there is a little tense, but it seems like neither country is really exactly willing to go to war with Dastra and respect its neutrality right now. But this brings us to the small town of Burmaket. Burmaket is, well, I'd say it's a medium town. It's got a bustling market. It's a pretty heavy trade hub. It's on one of the main roads that connect many of the major cities of the local area, and it leads straight to Nahan, the capital of Dastra, which is the major port city. So pretty much anything that's going to go out to the sea trade routes from the nearby
What was the capital again? Sorry, I missed that part.
Nahan, Nahan. Pretty
That's
much
capital of
any of the
Dastra?
Dastra, yeah. Pretty much any of the trade goods are going to come through here, so it's normally pretty busy. Your lot, for whatever reasons, your own personal background, if you're just scrounging or if you're just scrambling, find yourself around this town. Some of you have been here for days, some of you are just passing through for the moment. But right now, we're going to start out at a small scene inside of the local tavern, or one of these several.
Oh, wait, Padley. One thing we didn't really cover last session, we didn't cover like gold distribution at the beginning of the campaign.
Basically, that starting equipment that you had includes how much gold you would have started with.
Okay, I didn't know if that was going to be set in stone or if that was. Oh, okay, that's fine. I just wanted to check.
Starting roll. You guys are level 1s, baboos. Just to keep things simple and easy. Anyway, we're going to be starting ourselves looking at one of the local little taverns called the Skinned Bear, and it's kind of a 1 second. Peanuts have been fussy. Okay. It's a little bit grungier, a bit cozy. There's a fire lit in the side. There's probably about a good, 3/4 full, maybe about 40 people in there. It's pretty bustling. There are some tavern maids wandering around between some of the seats with just full arms full of food and beer and ale. And it seems like a pretty bustling night. It's probably about like 8 o'clock in the night. And sitting at the bar, with probably about like 3 or 4 empty bar stools to the left or to the right, is this large, lumbering Goliath figure. Athlong, if you want to just physically describe your character's appearance for everyone really quick.
All right, so this Goliath, he has dark hair, dark facial hair. The facial hair kind of makes a goatee and turns into like a braided beard, and the hair on his head is dreadlocks, and with like bronze wrappings around the end. You can see most of the markings on his body are like a dark, very dark red. And on his face, it looks like it's almost like a mask on it, covering his eyes, but that's just his normal facial features. He has these red markings amongst most of his body, but let's see, he's about 8 foot. What else? 300 pounds. How else do I describe him?
May I ask a question, Athlong?
Yeah, what's up?
Because I'm a little confused by a detail. You said that's just his face, but the image I had in my head is that more of like a war paint kind of mask, or is that really...
This is like natural markings.
Okay, so
it's not like tattoo, not painted. It's just natural
I was
markings.
Just curious.
So,
thank you for putting that up.
Yeah.
Athlong, as you're sitting there and you're going probably through your 8th ale of the night, the door behind you just sort of slams open and everyone sort of hushes down. As you kind of turn to look over your shoulder just a little bit glassingly, it seems that 3 large, towering, maybe about 7 foot tall figures have just sort of marched in and have started looking around. And these are very, very tall, well-built out, looks like men in basically full tan, bronze, and gold plate mail. The armor design is a little esoteric. It's a little foreign to what you've seen. And the one in the front just sort of starts eyeing people around. You can't really see what his facial expression is. A full visor with just the eye slits there. But it just turns around and is like, okay, we are looking for a man by the name of Stan Hammerman. Has anyone seen this person? All of the people at the bar just kind of look around and get a little bit quiet. Like, we will do this the hard way then. You take that side. You take that side. And all of a sudden, there's this large commotion as these two guards take out swords that are probably about like 4 feet long, weird little hooks to the end of them. And they start basically bellowing orders at townspeople to get out of the bar. And a few people, they start grabbing by the shoulders and pulling out. A couple more guards sitting outside. All of a sudden, things are in uproar. Athlon, what are you doing?
All right, so they're just taking people out of the bar.
Yep. Well, most people are running. They're grabbing a few, though.
All right, well, I just kind of like, well, let's see, how much gold I have. Just kind of like pay for my beer, and then
You put a couple copper down on the table. You can mark that off your inventory, and you turn around. The bartender is not even there. He's sitting behind the thing, like trying to load a crossbow.
All right, so let's just say like I'll remove 5 copper. Well, actually, I'll just. How much would a beer be? Like, so just
it's cheap, shitty ale, so it's about like a copper a piece.
Okay, so I'll just do like 8 copper.
Mm-hmm. You there, large man, come with me. As one of the men in the front starts kind of marching towards you, sword out. A couple of the other guards seem to let go of like some people and start looking at you.
So I just kind of like stand up, turn around, and I just kind of look down on this person who I clearly have a foot over. I was like, I'm just telling, where do you want me to be?
Just kind of looks towards you. It's like, looks towards the other guards. This one here, you would be good stock for the market. Grab him. And the two on the side start coming towards you with manacles.
With manacles?
Uh-huh, like those little tiny, like those, not tiny, they're big iron clasps that can lock together with chains around them, basically old handcuffs.
And I just look at them and I try to do like an intimidation. I'm like, if you put those on me, you are going to regret that so much.
Make an intimidation check.
Shit went south fast, man.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
He would be good on the market, though.
Okay, what's my intimidation? I got a +3 on intimidation. I roll a d20 and then add that intimidation,
Yep.
Yeah?
Yep.
Okay. Just making sure. That's a 16.
16.
Do you have any modifiers that go with that under your skills?
That +3 would have been it, right?
Yeah.
So one of the guards kind of like stops and backs away with the manacles. The other one just kind of looks at him. The captain just kind of like, "You coward! All right, go grab that small girl there. I'll take care of this." And he grabs the manacle and he comes up and he's about to slap it on your arm.
Wait, he's still trying to slap the manacle on me?
The one who seems to be in charge and then one of the other guards are still coming towards you. They're about to snap them on your arms.
Okay, and then I kind of see the one going for the girl, and then I just kind of run over and like scoop up the girl and just put her between me and the guard.
Really quick, make an initiative. Make an initiative check to see if you can get away from these guys as they're getting close to here.
Initiative.
Oh shit, they're slow.
That's with my initiative modifier, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 13.
13? Okay. They reach out and they try to grab you, and they're like, "Oh, wait a minute, hold on." And then you just sprint over, you grab this small girl, "What's going on?" And you just grab her by the fucking scruff of like her clothes and hold her up almost as a shield. Ah! And
Wait.
she's freaking out.
Wait, no, I said I put myself between the guard and the girl.
Oh,
you didn't.
Why would I do that?
I don't know what kind of Goliath you are. We just
He's your
met.
shield.
Okay, so you flop in front of her. She's still freaking out, and she's backing away just as scared of you as she is of the guards. The one in front then is going to pull a sword and be like, "You will submit or you will be killed. Get down on your knees and turn around."
You will submit or I will put you in the ground right here, right now.
Okay, and really quick, this is going to be a quick little round. Make an initiative roll, because I'm imagining you're going after this guy, because he's going after you.
Oh, yeah. Nat 20.
Yep, okay, you get to go
22.
first.
22 though.
You get to go first. What are you doing? You have a turn. So now this is like a theater of the mind fight. So just keep in mind where you are. But basically, right now you're in a crowded tavern. There's one guard about right in front of you, and then the two others that are in the tavern right now are probably about 20 feet back.
Are we gonna like be updating the map here?
Nope, I'm not using a map.
Okay. All right. All right. So I just swiftly grab my maul, and then I'm gonna go and take a swing down onto him.
Okay, make an attack roll.
All right. Let's see. Wait, that landed on the side. Ah, shit. So that is a 10.
10. All right. You take this large, heavy fucking maul. The head of it's basically the size of the guy's head. And as you go around to take a swing and you bring it straight down on him, he takes his sword and he just sort of glances it and steps 1 foot to the left, and you feel no force as you just embed it straight into the ground of this tavern, cracking the floorboards. And he just sort of sidestepped, just politely. Are you gonna rage?
Hold on, let me see.
I mean, I'd be upset if my attack is
yeah, sure. I'll rage.
Yeah. You just scream in anger. The small girl behind you starts running away. This guy that's in front of you, what's your AC?
My AC? It's 14.
Always a good question in D&D.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So he is going to immediately take this extremely long, esoteric-looking sword, and he just takes it and he immediately drives it into your, like above the hamstring, just right into your leg. He's going to do... Oh, shit, that was a really bad roll. Okay. 4 slashing damage to one end, and then he's going to take an attack of the other one, and he completely just misses that one as you just sort of step aside.
Damn, I'm already taking damage here. And I'm all alone.
Half of us haven't even been introduced yet.
Yep.
Adam, you're gonna kill this man.
And then the two people in the back, the two guards, are going to immediately drop their swords, reach behind them, and grab these massive crossbows. They are like basically from like they're about 4 feet long. They got these massive arms, and they're already cocked and loaded, and they just let loose these two right at you. One of those hit.
We know who's getting a promotion today.
8 points of piercing damage as one of them just pierces straight through like your wrist as you're holding the maul. The other one goes flying past you and ends up hitting one of the people trying to run out of the building.
Well, I'm already on my way to dying before the game even fucking started.
Yep.
Just lay down, dude.
Yep.
Lay down.
The captain's going to sit there as he's reloading and say, "Submit now, or this will be very bloody for you. You are not worth much on the market if you are dead."
So, seeing that I'm outnumbered right now, I just kind of drop the hammer.
All right. The two really quickly, one of them just sort of like tries to kick them all away, but then it's so fucking heavy that he ends up just like trying to hide the fact that he stubbed his foot. And the other two run up really quickly. They slap manacles on you. They throw basically a burlap sack over your head. You're blind and you're pulled out of the building. So, as we move on here, now we'll go to... Who's next?
Halflong, imagine if both of those hit.
So, out in the alleyways, Chris, if you want to describe your character a little bit, just the visuals.
Well, me and John are talking. We're actually kind of going to combine ours at the same time.
Oh, you guys want to be in the same place?
Yes.
I came up with a brilliant idea for a backstory that kind of just intermeshed his character with mine. So we're just
I'll tell you what. I'm going to put you guys in a marketplace later. I'll give you a few minutes. Let's go.
Okay, we're finishing hammering out details right now.
Yep.
So, in the alleyways, there's a little bit of a rustle from a large dumpster. And Azure, you're just finding an absolute potluck in here. It seems like someone threw away, literally, an entire apple with 10 worms in it. Describe your character a little bit.
Well, I'm Womble Domble, certified word tamer. My hair is lacking, but it is good. I have lots of skin. One eye's lazy, but fine otherwise. My height is 3 feet 4 inches, and don't you forget it. And my weight is 53 pounds, a little heavy for my size, but it's good. And I'm 9 years old.
As you're digging through the trash there, Womble Domble, you see on the sides there, you know, it's your typical fare in the alleyway. You've got like maybe 1 or 2 other bums, but you've scared away a couple of them. One of them's probably about like 4 feet away from you, just digging through another dumpster. It's your typical night. All of a sudden, though, coming down the alleyway, you do hear a little bit of commotion, and one of the guy who was stealing shit, the guy who was rummaging through garbage next to you is like, "Little green dude, you hear that? I think the guards are coming. You better scram." And then all of a sudden, as he's turning around to look at you, he just stops moving and drops, and you can see there's a massive bolt in the back of his head. And he's just dropped. And down the street a little ways, there is one of those golden figures I mentioned earlier, is sitting at the end of the street, and he's currently yelling something. He's a little bit too far away for you to tell, but he's currently yelling something in another direction as he starts walking down the street while reloading.
Ooh, I'm gonna use Nimble Escape.
Okay.
Yep.
What does that do?
Ooh.
Isn't that like something you use in combat?
Oh, it's about to be combat. And also, let me check. Wait.
Azure, I'm gonna need you as you run away to make the Zoidberg whooping noises.
You can take disengage or hide action as a bonus action on each of your turns. That definitely sounds like something in a fight.
It's as a bonus action, yeah. So that's pretty useful if you want to like do some full action and then also bonus.
Full action. Do I have something to full act?
You're not
eat
really
the apple,
totally in combat
and then
yet, so you can do something else if you want. Like just describe what you want to do.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to this guy and I'm gonna eat this apple in front of him.
Okay. Make a charisma check. Just roll a d20 and add your charisma modifier.
Okay. Do I have a lot of charisma? Let me see. Charisma, persuasion, skills. I'm actually not seeing charisma here. Where? Perception and
It's one of your attributes. It's on the top.
Oh, it's there. +2.
That's not bad.
14. Okay. Astral. D20. Oh, yeah! I ate that apple with charisma.
What'd you get?
19.
19? Okay. As he's kind of walking down the aisle and he's like raising this crossbow straight at your face, he just kind of stops as you're like just fucking like big nuts just walking straight towards the man. And then you just take a look in his eye and you just take this big, it's not really a crunch, it's more like a kind of squish noise as you just take a bite of this putrid fucking apple. One of the worms still kind of wiggling halfway through one of your teeth. And you just kind of looks like, oh! Holy haze! Okay. Oh! Ooh. I found a gross one! Holy shit, what are you?
I think I did a pretty good one there. I didn't really improve my situation, though.
He's lowered the crossbow. He's not aiming the crossbow at you right now. He's kind of like holding like under his mask a little bit, under his helmet.
Okay. So am I covered in garbage after sifting through it, Padley?
Oh yeah, you fucking reek. You got like fucking banana peel, or not banana peel, they wouldn't have bananas.
How close am I then?
You're probably about like 10, 15 feet from him.
Can I hug him from this range, you think?
I have to get a little closer.
Are you going to go fast for the hug, or are you going to go slow for the hug?
This is a hard one. I think I'm going to have to go slow for the hug. I don't want to alarm him.
Good.
As you sort of start coming near him, he like backs away, kind of in step, like whoa. Okay.
Wait. Can I raise my arms at this moment, as though I'm surrendering?
Okay, like straight above you. He's like,
yeah.
Okay, you're certainly weird. I'm sure someone would take you. He kind of like looks around, and he kind of looks like another guard who's probably like 15 feet away, like currently poking the corpse of the other bum with his foot. He just kind of shrugs at him. And the guy's like, okay. And he takes out like a pair of manacles from behind him, and he starts to like, you know, like how you like handle like maybe a baby that just shat itself violently? He's like holding his hand far out, and he's just sort of like snaps the manacles on you, and he holds the end of them like just kind of like disgustingly far. He's like, come with me, stinky little weird thing.
Okay, I'm definitely gonna go for the hug now.
As you go for the hug, he's holding you by the manacles back, so like your torso's kind of trying to walk at him, but you can't get near him.
Can I make a big grip onto his arm, like one of those, like a panda baby or a koala?
Make a acrobatics check.
+2. Okay, roll d20. 14.
14. Oh, he rolled really good. You go to try to do that. He's like, whoa, no touchy, no touching, no touch, no touching. Holy shit, smell. And you get let off as you're just trying to like struggle against this guard who literally has no idea how to handle you. You're so stinky. And as we move along to let's say maybe about I'd say 3 blocks from here, Ryan, if you want to describe your character a little bit.
Yeah, I'm Dragonborn. I'm gold. How tall are Dragonborn usually? Sorry, I didn't really look into that part.
Humanish size.
Although I did not put a whole lot of thought into this character, I apologize.
That's fine. We just hate you.
We're all secretly judging you. Don't worry about it.
I'm also just quickly looking up the handbook. Dragonborn.
They're about human size. I think they're a little taller.
Okay. So kind of like 7 foot around there?
Sure, you can be bigger.
Alright, yeah, 7 foot. I'm a bard. I got a bagpipe. My trusted bagpipe. Goes everywhere with me. I've had it my entire life. I don't know where it came from. It's just always been there.
And just real quick, I want to interrupt you real quick. They're tall and strongly built, often standing at around 6.5 feet tall.
Yeah,
okay.
so 7 foot's fine. You're good.
Alright, cool. Awesome. And yeah, I just kind of roam around. Don't really have a home. Just kind of playing my bagpipe.
I'll say right now you're probably sitting underneath a tree, kind of in the middle of like a sort of a town square type gathering. You're sitting there just passed out, comfy with your bagpipe as a pillow behind you. As you kind of snore, your bagpipe kind of makes a noise as you just sit there snoring away. You get woken up though all of a sudden by just a sudden like tapping, just like against your head. And as you look up, there's a long, weird-looking sword and a massively heavy armored man who just poked you on the head a couple times with a long sword. And it kind of looks on like, "You're there. We are searching for an individual by the name of Stan Handerman. Have you seen an individual with his name?"
No. Fuck off.
Ha! Good answer. Okay, so this is how it's going to go. You're going to put these on, and he throws a pair of manacles down on your lap. And then you're going to follow me, or I'm going to stab your head through that bagpipe into this tree.
Can I swing at him with my tail? I swing at him with my tail at his
Go
feet.
for it. Make an attack roll.
Okay. Is that a 20?
Yeah, you roll a d20 and add strength.
And I got a 9. What's my strength?
The modifier, not the big number.
Yeah, it should be like +1, 2, maybe even 3.
2.
So your total is what?
11.
Okay. As you try to swing at him with your sword, he just kind of like...
Not his tail.
It's my tail.
Your tail. Sorry, I meant tail. As you swing at him with your tail, he just kind of like does like a bit of a hula hoop jump, and then he just takes a whack at you with the side of his sword in the head. This one. You'll take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as he just basically thwonked you on the side of the head with his long sword.
Can I hold you right there for 1 second, Padley?
Sure.
Rhea's going to get her headphones on so she can take notes better, but she'll have to mute her microphone, otherwise it'll come through the speakers. So I'm just asking you to hold for 1 second so she can log in and then mute.
And when you log in, would you mind server muting my user?
Oh yeah, I can do that.
Thank
Okay,
you.
cool.
Damn, Frank, how much power did you give this guy?
All of it.
So unlimited power is what I'm hearing.
Oh, wait,
Unlimited power!
she doesn't have a server user. Oh, there it is.
There.
Muted. Are you ready then, or you got a second?
You ready, Rhea?
Me?
Okay, she gave me the thumbs up. We're good to go.
A little echo here, so someone's got to go mute.
If
Yeah.
she,
Sadly, you didn't. There we go.
sorry, it might have been me.
Thanks, Cindy.
Let me move my microphone in front of my monitor. That might help. Excuse the rustle.
Yeah, I think it was Rhea when she turned on.
Yeah, you forgot the server meter badly.
Thank you for doing that.
Okay, so Ryan, you just got fucking fish slapped in the side of the head with a long sword as he's like, do not try that again, or this will be a much shorter trip for you.
I start crying. That hurt a lot.
Oh God. Okay.
And I start holding my bagpipe
Like clutching it.
a little bit, yeah.
Oh God. Okay. I'm not ready for this. Put the manacles on, and I'll take you somewhere nice.
I try to scoot away while sobbing.
he kind of like doesn't even do this. Yeah, he kind of just like puts his sword down slowly into the edge of your like coat, and you're like trying to get away, and he just stops like, dude, this is embarrassing for you. Okay, I'll put them on. And he reaches down with the manacles and he starts putting them on your arms.
I start squirming a little bit.
Like, oh God, why do I get the weird ones? And he like grabs the chain, and like the next scene is basically him just pulling you along the ground. You're just having a fit at this point, aren't you, Ryan?
Yes.
Okay, you're just kicking and crying and wailing. This guard's like trying to shield his helmet as other guards look at him as they're pulling other people away. Like some are pulling away, like women screaming. They all stop. Even the people being pulled from the buildings are like, "What the fuck?" Like there's this fully grown male dragonborn just crying like a child as they're dragged through the streets. All right.
At least I went away with dignity.
I tried to hug a man.
Yeah, are you still gonna be able to talk?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I just have to turn John up a little bit.
If you want, I can move the standing mic a little closer to her.
Yeah, that might even it out a little bit. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. See if that's any better.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so Rhea, as your character is sitting in the middle now, Dastra is an interesting place. They don't really particularly have. They really, really like the idea of avoiding conflict for bullshit reasons. So one of the features is that they have churches that are generally open to the worship of any god. So it's basically like you can come in, you can set up small offerings or votives to your god, but you need to understand and be welcome to all of them in that place. It's kind of just a general open community place of prayer for them. There's maybe like one or two in each town. There's very few dedicated churches because, again, Dastra is very specific about keeping neutrality.
Very progressive of these people.
No, it's very Switzerland of them.
It is very Switzerland of them.
How neutral of you.
But as your character is sitting there,
hello.
as your character is sitting there and knelt down in front of the, oh my god, I remember the name before this. What was your god's name?
Mine?
Yeah,
Oh, Phelan.
Phelan. As you're sitting there sending a few prayers to Phelan, you hear some ruckus out in the streets.
I thought you were asking mine.
Yeah, yours.
Phelan is my deity.
Yeah,
Phelan is my character, Saloon is my deity.
Phelan's your character, Saloon is your deity. Okay, that's what I was wondering about. Okay. Saloon?
So yeah, close enough.
Okay, I'll have to look up the page a little later. But as you're sending out a prayer, you're kind of in the middle of a meditative stance when all of a sudden it's interrupted by some hustle and bustle out in the streets. You see some people just running past the entrance, but you can't really tell what the commotion is quite. There seems to be a little bit of yelling and screaming in the distance.
Mhm.
If you would describe your character for us, first, please.
Average height, slim, brown-haired,
What is average height for your character?
5'6".
She's a human.
Okay.
Or elf.
Yeah.
Elf.
Brown hair, green eyes, nothing remarkable.
Okay. Well, you hear this commotion as your prayers are very abruptly interrupted, and what would you like to do?
I'm going to carefully peek my head out the door. Not very far, just enough to see.
Okay, make a perception check.
Oh god, I see nothing. Yeah, a total natural 1.
Natural one. Okay.
My-
As you
my bonus is-
As you go to look outside the door and you're looking off to the right, you see a woman running away from you, and you're like, what's she running from? And as you turn to your left, literally a foot away from you, staring directly at you, is one of those tall golden figures who's currently turned away from you, and he is currently trying to open the door of a building nearby. And then as you kind of like poked your head out, you kind of knocked over a small vase that was there. And he turns around and sees you. You there! Do not move! And he starts coming towards you.
I'm going to quickly scramble back into the chapel.
Okay. You scramble back in there really quick. You can't imagine he's too far behind. The couple of other people that were in there praying currently are kind of looking amongst themselves. What's going on?
Crazy person chasing towards us. I don't know.
And as you're saying what, the guy shows up in the door and he's like, okay, I need all of you to get in a line in front of me and put your heads down. At this point, all the other people in the church kind of look at each other and then kind of look at you because you look like you're the only one who knows how to deal with a fight right now, and they kind of just stare at you, putting you on the spot a bit.
Okay. I'm going to ready my mace.
Okay.
And I'm going to be like, no, not gonna.
Okay, that's the wrong answer. The rest of you may leave. I'm going to be taking this one. And the couple of women and the other one guy that was in there just kind of look at each other like, back up a little bit. Two of them run out the back door. One of them kind of just sits there like holding onto a prayer symbol and not leaving. And this guy's going to start slowly stepping towards you, pulling out this massive longsword from behind him.
Who's pulling out the longsword? The armored guy?
Yeah, the large armored figure coming towards you. That same weird, esoteric kind of tan, bronze, and gold armor.
He's wearing metal armor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try and hit him with a spell.
Okay. What would you like to cast?
Sacred Flame.
Okay, make an attack roll. He's not really prepared for you to do this. I'll let you get this in before the actual round starts.
I think that's a... Shit, I don't even remember what it is. D20, right?
Is it an attack roll, or is it he has to make a save?
Hold on, I'm double checking.
Okay.
I should have had this pulled up already. Sorry.
Yeah,
By the way-
get your character sheet ready.
By the way, Padley, the answer to your text is yes. I just got it.
Wow. All right, then, good to hear.
Where do you live? Jeez.
My phone's been weird with text lately.
How's it?
He has to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay, what does he need to make in order to succeed?
Better than a 13.
Better than a what?
13.
He just makes it.
Fuck.
So as you reach out your hand from behind your sword, and you just kind of twist it in this little motion, this purple flame just sort of like starts to spark underneath him, and he just kind of like, whoa! And he does this weird jump sidestep to the side, pops around it, and he's like, oh, tricky, using the magics. I'm not going to let you fall for that. I'm not going to fall for that again. Roll initiative. He's probably about 20 feet from you.
13.
15? All right, you get to go first. These guys are
13.
rolling. Yep, you get to go first. These guys are rolling shitty initiative. About 20 feet away from you, the one guy in the church that's still there is sitting there just chanting something to himself.
I'm going to back up as far as I can, and
Okay.
so we get something else off.
You maybe can get about 20 feet back, putting about 40 feet between you and him.
Okay. Where am I in reference to the other person?
He's probably about 20 feet to your right-ish now, maybe 10 feet ahead of you comparatively.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Bless.
Okay. He's sitting there with his symbol going. Are you casting it on him or yourself?
On myself.
Oh, okay. All of a sudden, there's just like slight bit of a hue of purplish light comes around you. And is that your bonus action to cast that, I think?
No, that is just an action.
Okay. Do you have anything else you want to do bonus-wise?
Just be ready to dodge.
Okay. He is going to put the sword away, see what you're doing, like, okay, it'll be like that. And he'll jump behind one of the pews, taking, like, basically drilled action kind of cover, take out this massive, ugly-looking fucking crossbow, and he's going to take a shot at you.
Shit. Okay.
That's going to be a 14 to hit. Does that hit?
I'm AC of 18.
Okay. It comes... You have a shield, don't you?
Yeah.
It comes at you, and then, like, just that hand that was the Sacred Flame, just kind of you turn it to the shield that was mounted on the same hand, and it just deflects the bolt up into the ceiling. That's his turn. Your turn up. He's maybe about 30 feet away now.
Okay. I'm going to switch weapons.
Okay.
I'm going to switch to my crossbow.
All right. You grab your own crossbow. You drop your sword. You just take out that crossbow. You get ready. That was free. You can still do a full action and movement if you want.
Okay, I'm just stay where I am because I don't want to leave my mace.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try and hit him.
All right, make an attack roll. And this would be 1 second here. I got to remember what cover rules are because I don't use it very often. He's going to have +2 to his AC since he's behind half cover.
Okay. Does a 15 hit?
Nope. You take a shot and it just glances off of one of the pews. Would you like to move?
I want to grab my mace with my offhand, the shield,
Sure.
so I don't leave it behind, and I'm gonna look for cover.
All right. You just dodge straight to your left, and you get right behind a really solid-looking pillar. And you think that you got pretty good cover from him. And then he, as you go behind this cover, he is going to dump the crossbow, and then he comes sprinting. He jumps. He kind of like parkour leaps over one of the pews, comes sprinting down the aisle, closes range with you, and he's going to take a swing with his sword this time. That he's wielding two-handed now. Oh no! All right. What's your AC?
18.
So the first hit that he goes for, you hold your shield out and you block it, but this sword is so heavy and so weirdly shaped that as he hits your arm, it knocks your shield arm out, and then he swings the sword around and he's going to thrust it straight in, and he got a nat 20 on that roll. So you're going to take 17 points of slashing damage as he just drives it straight into your torso.
Oh, I am in bleed out.
Okay. As you're sitting there in this church and he just drives the sword straight through your torso.
Well, Rhea, I guess you're about to meet your maker.
As he drives it straight into your torso, your vision just starts to sort of black out. You can't believe that you just had this extremely long sword just bifurcate you. And as you're kind of losing consciousness, you hear some random muttering, some of it in that accent from before, some of it from the man earlier, and you do feel a little bit of a oomph in the chest. As you can feel the sword was pulled out, that's part where you come conscious. And as you're looking around as it was pulled out, you can see the dude that was sitting in the corner of the room currently running towards you with this symbol out that kind of just looks like a sideways cross with an arrow on it. And he's just chanting something really, really quickly. The dude, the veteran, the dude with the sword is pulling it out of you and turning towards him. And just as you're about to lose consciousness, you kind of feel this little bit of wash of energy in you.
Mhm.
And you black out. And then when you come to consciousness again, you are in massive pain. You're being dragged by the hands out of the building, and as your vision just kind of comes to, you can see the church kind of moving away from you as if you're being dragged, and you can see the bloody, almost bifurcated form of that other man sitting in the church before you, and then you just black out again.
Really poetic place for this to happen.
Okay, so I'm still at 0 health, right?
You're currently at 0 health for now, but you were stabilized by that guy.
How the hell in the first day do you just fucking die?
Yet.
Wobble Dobble did this right from the get-go.
she put up the biggest fight. It was almost badass. So now,
yeah, I put up a pretty good fight.
I was outnumbered.
May I recommend crying and flailing?
Next we come to the town market, and this is a little bit earlier in the day. It's bustling. It's fairly busy, but there's a little bit of commotion at the Sard distance. But none of that matters right now because there's a large crowd gathered around a man who's standing on top of a box, who's just been yelling out things, trying to sell something. Now I'll let you two describe what you guys are doing in this marketplace, Chris and John.
Yay.
I'm going to let Chris start, and then I'm going to happily take over.
Okay, go for it.
Well, aren't you the salesman, though?
Oh, I will. I'm just going to let you describe the scene, Chris, and then I will happily take center stage.
Well, the scene is basically what Pally described. There's just a lizard man standing on top of a box. He has various potions around him, it appears to be. It's an odd-looking liquid. And there's just a small crowd gathered around him as he begins to spin his tail.
And what are you like?
I am in the crowd. Well, if you want a description
of your character.
Here. Yes, description. Grognar is his name. Very manly name. He is a dwarf, so very small, very stocky. He's got ash gray skin and white hair for a beard, but he is balding on the top, so not the best looking guy. And currently he's kind of hunched over, holding a cane and a bit of a cloak because, you know, he actually has a little bit of trouble in direct sunlight, so he's trying to hide a little bit from it. But he's he's directly in the middle of this crowd.
Okay, and who's the guy up on the stage?
I'm getting a good performance.
That would be my lizard man, ladies and gentlemen. St. Charles the Semi-Pious II. I come to you today, wild, from the far grasslands. I have brought to you a delightful elixir of wormwood. It will cure baldness, as I see in some of the people out there in the audience today. And do your joints ache at the end of the day? Do they hurt from the toiling in the fields, in the mines where you take the ore and put it in the cart, push it for the nobility to make so much more? Well, let me assure you, ladies and gentlemen, that before the day is done, I will have the answer to your hurt and your wants.
Make a
Gold! The world elixir!
make a
Hold on. Padley's trying to say something, John.
For one, what kind of elixir did you say? And two, make a performance check.
Okay, sorry. Is that a D20?
D20
Yes.
and it's a performance
I'll be
modifier.
perfectly honest, the whiskey should have carried me through, but
What is this elixir?
performance check is 12 plus charisma.
Wait, there's a performance stat.
+1.
I have a +1, so 13.
Okay. As you're kind of going on here, many of the villagers are kind of just sort of staring at each other like, who the fuck is this? Some of them are just kind of walking away.
Well, to be perfectly honest, Chat Padley, what would you expect of a wandering charlatan? Most of the villagers have never seen him.
No,
Most will never see him again. He
You're
travels
right.
from town to town. He is a man of mysteries and of wonders.
no, you're doing good. You're doing good. I'm just playing out the world.
Padley, I probably got about 8 ounces of whiskey in me, so there you go.
Okay.
All right.
As you're kind of making this large, long tirade and just yelling this out, there's so many raised eyebrows. The crowd has gone from about like 20 down to about like 8. And there's still some people from a distance watching because they can't really not listen if they work in the same square.
Thank you for incorporating the fact that I was very buoyant in it. Really, if Cheese hadn't interrupted me, I probably would have gone another 5 minutes. I'm not lying.
You'll have plenty of opportunities to try to swindle townsfolk. Don't you worry.
I watched my mom watch HSN and all those other home shopping shows for years on end. I can do this for half an hour.
I'm going to be a liberal hammer against the QVC in my campaign, though, so just be warned.
And I expect you to be. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so if you have a little bit more of this speech you need to do, Chris.
I'm a part of the act, so
You've gotten the general gist. Sir, good sir, would you come up on stage, please? Points to Cheese.
yeah, and I just kind of like slowly meander with the cane up there.
Okay, it takes a good like 45 seconds. He's really milking it.
Yes. Sir, I see you are burdened with the aches and the cane. Would you please, for no charge, try this elixir? See it in all its majesty and watch it heal. Where only I want people to feel the heal. Normally, only the nobility can only afford this, ladies and gentlemen.
At this point, I've grabbed it from him and just start drinking it while he's still going on his feet.
Thank you, Cheese.
One person in the crowd's like, "Oh no, he did not just drink that."
Ladies and gentlemen,
I start.
nobility can live pain-free, and for as long as they do. What makes you think they would share that secret with you? Why would they? If I were nobility, I sure as hell wouldn't share it.
Do I need to make like a constitution check at all, Padley?
What did you?
It's actually wormroot, mostly water, and a tiny bit of alcohol.
Okay. No, you're a dwarf. This is more mild than what you use to brush your teeth.
I figured. I'm just gonna like milk it though. I'm gonna shake a little bit
Okay.
after downing it.
Make a deception check.
Badly, I'm going to tell you for joke's sake, the pain elixir I'm planning on selling later in the campaign is moonshine that I've made only like the day before. So when someone takes a good long hard drink of that, they don't feel anything.
So
Okay.
what's the check I gotta make?
A deception check.
Come on, Cheese, I need the money.
That's an 11.
11.
Yep.
Ooh,
Okay.
I think somebody's gonna be deceived.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna be deceived.
So as you're kind of sitting there milking it really hard, one or two people are like, "Oh, this is bullshit. Let's get out of here." And like 2 or 3 people leave, and one guy's like, "No, wait, look. He is clearly getting better. Yeah, I think he is. Not that I'm asking for me, but how much for a bottle?"
And when he says that,
Sir, I am glad you asked.
And as he says that, I kind of like throw the cloak off and just kind of do a pose.
One guy is kind of, they're all looking really confused when you do that, but one guy's like,
Ladies and gentlemen, I beg you, the last few of you that stayed, you have outsmarted your other peasants. Look at him. The man no longer requires this crutch. And I wave it around in the air for dramatic emphasis.
Okay.
Look at him as he walks back to you.
John,
just
you're
kinda-
kind of sitting there.
And for 3 coppers apiece, you too can experience the joy of not living with this pain. Bear in mind, I'm selling the Final Fantasy's version of ibuprofen.
Specifically because there's no way in hell John's character is paying attention. Chris, can you make a perception check?
Okay.
Thank you, Chris.
Oh god, this is terrible.
Screw me. This is our money.
That's a 4 to perception.
Guess what? Who doesn't eat first?
What'd you get?
A 4 to perception.
Okay. As you're sitting there bowing,
Hey, I am into this as much as you are, damn it.
yeah, you're very pleased with your performance, Chris. And you're just sitting there looking up at the stars like, maybe I could become an actor. And as you go down, John, to start collecting, you got a couple people getting into the line, and you're just, oh my god, I'm getting paid. Yes. The first guy comes up like, I'll take 1 bottle, please, and he hands you over the 3 copper. Do you give him your remedy?
People actually are buying your shit.
Wow.
1 person bought it.
3 copper. That's.
Thank you, my good sir. May it serve you in health and all the wonders of the world.
Thank you. I think the first thing I'm going to do with this potion is try to make the headache from your talking go away. Pops the cork, he starts drinking it, and he walks off.
Let me assure you, sir, that if you have a headache from my speech, it too will cure that.
The next guy comes into line, and he doesn't hold out money. He just has his arms crossed, and he's like, "Excuse me, I would not like to buy one of your potions, but I'd like to ask you a couple of questions, please." And as you kind of like look up from counting your 3 copper like 12 times over again, it's a large, heavily armored plate mail looking guy, and your immediate thought is, "Oh fuck, it's a guard," but he looks a little bit funky for that. It's a very, very like soldier-esque armor, and it's heavy plate mail. And he's just sitting there with his arms crossed. He's got a heavy sword on his side. He's got another short sword there. And then he's got like a big old crossbow in the back. He's just kind of staring at you, tapping his foot. And as you kind of look around behind him, and this is what the dwarf wasn't really paying attention to, the rest of the market square is either got cleared out or there's a couple of guards dragging people away who have bags on their head and manacles.
All right,
Cry and flail.
here we go. I'm sorry I don't have a webcam active because I truly am dancing around the wooden bed before my house. But I lean in. I whisper to the guard, "Sir, would it be that your army requires the need of someone who can provide..."
He cuts in right there. He pulls his sword out a little bit. "Sir, you're going to show me a little bit more respect than you showed to those dung shovelers."
I see you are a man who knows the ways of the world.
Please.
Sword and a rock. How may I be of service? And he flicks in the air. Scribe, over here. How may we be of service to you, sir?
I kind of like run over towards him.
The guy's sitting there. He just looks at both of you and just like, "You know, back in our home country, they would take people like you and they would hang you by your toes until each fell off, and then they would just go to a different part of the foot until you were legless. But here I see that they...
We are not in your country, sir.
I like my legs.
Okay, I'm going to ask
You have
you.
any idea how long it takes for a lizard man's foot
This
to
guy
fall
is
off?
gonna lose his patience.
The door starts to slowly come out. Going to ask you this once, and if I hear one more yell, this will end in one very simple way. Have you seen or met a man named Stan Hammerman in your travels?
I have not seen the man, but I have heard the name.
Make a deception check.
What if he actually did?
Is that a D20?
I guarantee you he has not heard of this man.
Yeah. Any check, for the most part, will be a D20.
Oh yeah, any skill check will be a D20. The only time you don't use a D20 is like for damage and shit.
I have a bad feel. Okay, so my deception is 9.
Wait. Your deception's plus...
I think he said the roll plus the deception is 9.
6 plus
Gotcha.
9.
Okay, he just kind of looks at you and is like, okay. And he starts signaling over to a couple of the people on the side there, and a few more guards start coming up. I do not want to hear one more fucking word out of you. You are both going to come down here, get down on your knees, and turn around.
Dwarf, do what they say, and I will do what they say.
I just kind of climb down, all scared.
And then he's like, the guard just kind of backs up and lets you guys get down. He's like, oh, so you do have a little bit of sense. If only you could, not scream every fucking word as he starts to put the manacles on your guys' hand.
Hold on, can I do one more thing before you arrest us?
Oh no.
That
no.
entirely depends on
No, it doesn't even require a roll.
Oh, no.
I lean over to Chris. You keep the hell quiet about the Wormroot elixir. You hear me?
I just nod feverishly, yes.
As you kind of lean over and whisper that, the guards are saying like, 2 fucking idiots. And grab you both by the chains and start walking you guys away. Okay, so cutting back.
Well, this won't be my first time in prison. It won't be my last.
You're pretty used to it. No, that's pretty good. Oh, Jesus. You know how hard it is not to get derailed?
We did not help.
So, this all took place in probably a manner of 45 minutes. It seems to be that as you guys are all each being dragged back to some location here, there are dozens and dozens of people being taken away. It doesn't seem like there is as many people getting murdered. There's like a handful here and there, but it does seem like the guards are very much just taking people. And Athlon, you're probably the first one. As you kind of like sit there, they've manacled you probably about like 6 times extra in the front of this wagon. So, and as you're sitting there, they end up, first of all, they just fucking throw this. Okay, so first of all, you get put in this wagon that's probably about like, I'm going to say 15 feet long by maybe about like 8 feet wide. And
just out of curiosity, do they have my possessions, including my maul?
They threw all your shit alongside the wagon, it seems. Like before they threw you in, they just put your stuff at the side of the wagon, and it looks like it's just like someone's going through some shit to put them in bags and boxes later. But it's next to the wagon, but they throw your ass, well, they bring your ass in, they manacle you multiple times. This is like a wagon where the top is like caged and the sides of it are really reinforced, so it's a prisoner transport, basically, it looks like. And there's a tarp over it, so you can't actually see out at all. They take off the bag on your head, they walk out. Next thing you know, all of a sudden, this small, smelly-ass thing is just thrown, like physically actually thrown into the wagon. Azure, Womble ends up just colliding against the chest of this massive Goliath. You're manacled and tied behind your arms, and your legs are tied together. You're basically hog-tied a little bit, and you're now squirming on the floor of this wagon in front of Athlon.
At least I did more damage than anybody else did to their guard, man. I made him smell bad.
You guys can have dialogue if you want. This just happened.
Okay.
Don't touch me again, disgusting green creature.
I'm definitely gonna have to give Athlon a hug.
You kind of worm your way over to Athlon's leg. And
wait, are my feet bound as well?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, sucker. Okay, I'm gonna have
I'm
to
still
try
kind of
and-
sobbing in the corner of the wagon.
Okay. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to-
actually, we'll say that. Yeah, actually, the whole time you've been here, you didn't realize what it was, but there was a Dragonborn just literally crying the whole time, still sobbing. He stopped for a second when the goblin got thrown in, but then he just started back up again.
Okay.
I just kind of remain there silent as a goblin tries to dry hump my leg or something.
Pretty much.
I'm gonna have to give this. I'm gonna have to try to escape from my manacles.
Okay. Are you just gonna try to like dislocate your arms, or how are you trying to do it?
I'm gonna make a fucking dexterity check, mate.
How do you describe it?
lightning?
Describe what you're doing.
Make it.
Shoot lightning at mine.
Make a dexterity check, actually, just to try to worm your way out.
Okay, I got +2, and I need 20. Press enter. Oh wait, that's shift. No. If I had thieves tool, that would have worked.
So 15.
Yeah.
Athlong, this goblin thing seems to be doing laps between your legs as it kind of worms and writhes.
I think I just broke my
struggling.
shoulder by doing that.
Yeah, it's just struggling and grunting and making these noises, and the smell is something. My God. And as this writhing is happening, a bloody figure gets kind of lifted and put in and just kind of slumps to the side. And Rhea, your character's eyes kind of open with like blurred vision to the sight of a sobbing, colorful dragonborn clutching a bagpipe in the corner of the wagon.
There's something to
Your
wake
arms
up
are
to.
tied behind your back as well as your legs.
Say that one more time.
Your arms are tied behind your back along with your legs.
Okay. I don't have the ability to heal myself as I'm currently bound, correct?
You could actually probably cast a little bit of simple magic because they didn't do anything to stop your hands from moving.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on myself.
All right, mark off the spell slot. So you just hit cast in the D&D sheet, and then you can roll the dice to get yourself healed up. You guys see this bloodied figure just get kind of put in.
Fuck.
Her
Oh,
hands-
damn.
Gonna hold 4 hit points.
That's something. And then just a little bit of like this gash in her chest, just kind of like this a white light. And she kind of groans and grunts, and then it kind of seems to like become a little bit more lucid.
And I just look at the goblin like, creature, go check on the magic person. Away from me.
I'm definitely gonna go check on this magic person.
The worm tamer slowly starts scrunching towards you. Rhea, you just see this disgusting little decrepit goblin just sort of like worm crawling towards you. He's really good at worm crawling. It's weird.
I'm gonna start screaming.
Okay.
Oh,
Because I
Fine.
can't do anything else.
why does this always happen?
No, I don't. Ah, shit. I've already used all my spells.
Can I shoot lightning at him? Can I shoot lightning at the goblin?
Oh my
Oh.
god.
You could. Your hands are bound in front of you because you put up much less of a fight.
The guards are probably going to do something about it if you do.
No metagaming. I'm just kidding. You can
I
metagame.
mean, that's not metagaming.
No, it's not. You're not right. You're not wrong. Sorry, I'm being snotty.
Sorry, I'm not too adept with all this, so I don't know exactly what all the rules are.
No, you're fine. Actually, it's not wrong. It's not metagaming.
Definitely in this situation, you would have probably noticed. Okay. Okay, so I'm not gonna go check on him. So how are Athlong's feet bound?
It looks like there's 2 large manacles that are strapped to it that go, and then there's chains that go out of the wagon, around a bar, and then come back.
Okay, so can he lift his feet up and down?
He can move his feet maybe about like 4 inches in any direction, and if he moves one forward, it pulls the other back.
Ooh, so it's like he has one stomping foot?
Yeah, he could stomp with 1 foot.
I'm gonna move my manacles under his foot.
I don't move my foot.
Fucking move your foot! Come on, dude. I can
I'm
save
just
you.
like, what are you trying to do?
Wait a second. Rhea was bound with rope?
No, she's got the same manacle thing set up.
Okay. I remember you saying rope there.
Or I did say tied, which is technically incorrect.
Okay. I got a freaking barbarian that won't help me.
As you're kind of thinking there, the curtain opens up again, and one of the guards kind of poke their head in like, "You guys are moving around too much. Fucking knock it off. Here's 2 more friends." And then they just kind of shove in the forms of Chris and John's characters. I need to learn your guys' names. It's going to take me a bit.
I'm Grognar.
Grognar and...
Honestly, I named my. It was more of a joke than anything else. I'll see if I can come up with something else later on.
You could just use this as a pseudonym for now, right?
I'm going to say
I named
Grognar
myself Charles II, the semi-pious.
I'm going to say right now, I'm going to say that Grognar and the charlatan get thrown in.
I actually appreciate it. I may end up going by that entirely through the campaign.
It might be good. It's kind of like a good little title.
Mhm.
They get tossed in. They are both bound, and their cuffs are in front of them. Their legs are not bound. And they are just kind of ushered into the seats there. And then you just hear me yell, "We got room for a couple more." And then the curtains close, and it's quiet again. You guys are all in there by yourselves.
Anyone want some Wordroot elixir?
Well, anyone, could I interest you in the Wordroot elixir? Obviously, with hands bound, it's bound, joints are going to ache, they hurt. My elixir can cure all of that.
I stop crying and get slightly curious.
Work on Grognar. Just kind of do another little flex, trying to ham it up some
Can I
more.
try to
I
bite
mean, I
off?
see no reason not to try and ham it. I
Can I try to bite off my chains?
if you're a charlatan in ancient days, there's no reason not to ham up every single scenario. And I'm sorry, Padley, if that makes it worse.
So wait, can you bite off the manacles?
Yeah, I want to try to bite them off.
You're going to try to bite off... Sorry, one more second. You're going to try to bite off what?
The manacle things.
Okay, make a strength check. This is making me cringe.
Oh, yeah.
Do I roll a 20 for that?
Yeah, you roll a d20 and add your strength modifier.
Alright.
Gonna lose his teeth, man.
You've been around for a while, Ryan. Your character knows that it's going to be hard if he does manage it.
Okay. Can I, like, shove both my fists completely into my mouth and breathe the lightning to melt them away?
You also do know that you're not immune to lightning.
But no, sir. Sir, I breathe lightning.
Make an intelligence check for me, Ryan.
They're gonna kill me.
This is where you just say, "I'm in danger."
I'm sitting here there in the cart with very little hit points.
You know what, guys? That's it.
I'm laying on the bottom of this cart bleeding, and they're
What'd you get, Ryan?
shoot me.
I roll a 20 and then check a what?
Roll d20 and add your intelligence, please.
I have 0 intelligence.
So you
I
rolled
rolled
a
a
20?
13. I rolled a 13.
Okay, you're not a physicist, but something tells you that lightning would have more of an effect on your fleshy hands and all the nice people in this cart than those metal manacles. It's just a thought.
Okay.
You can ignore the voice in your head, but that's what the
Do
voice
I completely ignore the voice in my head? No, I'll listen to it this time.
This time.
I use friends on
I
Zagnar.
start playing the blues on my bagpipe.
Wait, does he have it?
Make it. Yes, he does. They let him he was clutching it while he was.
Okay, fair enough.
How do you have that?
Make a performance check with disadvantage, Ryan, which means roll the d20 twice and take the lower number and then add your performance.
Huh.
The lower one? Because the lower one's a 1.
Okay.
Cool.
So There's a reason why bagpipes are normally not played with one hand. While you guys are sitting here scrambling around.
Hold on. I can test that. Roll for talent.
No, he just rolled for performance, and it's pretty bad. He got a 1. You guys just hear, all of a sudden, your conversations and your discussions and your thoughts, you completely forget about the fact that you guys just got thrown into jail. Because your ears are assaulted by this horrendous, just as you have no ability to get any notes in. And you're just trying to push down on the bag with your elbow, and you can't reach the valve. All of a sudden, you just hear this, like, banging on the wall. Shut the fuck up in there, or we will snap through the wall.
I've heard better.
I just kind of mutter to myself, solo drinking sucks ass.
I slowly stop playing and then just kind of slump down.
Oh, okay.
And I start just kind of like moaning a little bit.
Okay.
Aww.
Hang on. It should not require a roll for me to say this.
What?
You, sir, did not play Scotland the Brave. Which is...
Scotland doesn't exist.
No, Rhea. You're wrong.
In this...
What? In D&D it exists?
D&D,
I
does
knew it.
not-
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
Did he make a roll to make Scotland exist?
Azure.
Scotland does not exist.
At Azure, there is a spell when you hit a high enough level as a wizard that allows you to defy the laws of physics. When you hit that, make Scotland an actual thing.
Are you going to have to use a wish spell to make Scotland a thing?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get him to do.
That's gonna be his purpose this entire campaign now.
I'm sorry, I did not mean to derail. At a later point, when Azure is a much higher level mage, he can attempt high magic to make Scotland, not England, not Ireland, just Scotland, a country. And God help us all if he rolls low.
Then we just get Ireland. Oof.
Wow.
Well,
No, you just get Wales.
Ooh, Rhea's right.
Some people don't even know that exists.
that actually hurts. My grandfather was Welsh.
Aw.
So you guys are all sitting in his wagon.
Yep.
And the only thing he ever said to me in Welsh was he called me a pig.
Damn.
All right, John. We're back on track.
So as you guys are all sitting in this wagon, a few
Apologize.
minutes pass by. Is anyone trying anything else?
I try one more thing. I cast Friends on Zagnar.
Okay. I think Zagnar needs to make a wisdom saving throw then, right?
He needs to...
Wait,
Doesn't
what is
make
he
it
casting on
right.
me?
You're casting friends on
No, wait. No, wait.
I thought it
For
was
the dura-
only on creatures that it could be used on.
No.
Friends?
For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile towards me. He doesn't seem that hostile.
But he's also not a creature, he's a player.
He's creature done
Well,
enough.
creatures work. I mean, players work.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'm making a wisdom roll?
No. I need to ask something of you, and then you do a freaking check, I think.
You
Crush
be
my
my
fucking
friend.
No. After this hour, duration, concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay, so make a wisdom saving throw, because I think that's what you have to do first, right?
Okay, I rolled a 15. Well, I rolled a 14,
It
but
doesn't
it's a
say anything
15.
here about saving throws, actually.
Really? Friendship? I'm gonna look it up really quick.
No, it's just friends. It's a cantrip.
Please. Come on, buddy.
Oh, okay. So make a persuasion roll with advantage, and then Athlong, I'm just gonna have you make a charisma roll.
Okay. Half-long.
So do I
Break
need to
my
reroll?
fucking manacles, boy.
All right, Azure, make your roll with advantage for persuasion. Athlong, just make a straight charisma roll.
Okay, so this is just D20.
12.
2 d20s and you
Yeah,
take the
12.
higher number.
Come on, baby. Come on. Roll it, boy. I'm a nice middle ground. What number did you get?
What'd you get, Azure?
I got 11.
You got 2 rolls because you got advantage and you take the best number.
Never mind.
Yeah, you roll twice and you take the higher of the 2 numbers.
So that's what advantage means.
Yes, it is.
I kind of skipped past that part. I assumed Long had to deal with it. I didn't have to do anything. Okay, so I'm 16 now.
Okay, so as you look down at this goblin who just literally looked at you like, "Break my chains, giant," you feel it's like an angry small dog. It's kind of a charismatic thing in a way, in like a really weird way. And you're like,
have +2 to charisma.
you feel genuinely persuaded, Athlong, that you could help this guy break his chains. Yeah, he needs some help.
All right, then do I have to make like a strength check or anything to try to break chains?
If you want to try to break his chains, how are you going to try to break his chains?
Oh no, he's gonna try to lick them off.
All right,
He's gonna break you.
I lift up my foot and I put his chain between my foot and the ground, and then I just start like really rubbing down into it.
This isn't such a smart idea.
Too late, you already did it.
All right, I roll for strength or what?
Is that a teapot? Be careful, people. You're burning your water.
That's Amanda. You're cutting out a lot there, Athlong.
Sorry. All right, so he asked me to do it, so I lift up my foot, I place his chain between my foot and the ground, and I just start like pressing down on it real hard and like moving it back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Does Grognar does
grinding it against the ground?
What's your guys' name again?
Zagnar.
Zagnar and Grognar. Really, you guys? You're gonna do this to me?
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go with like Xanar.
I'm kidding.
You can call him Xanar.
Xanar. Okay.
This is the fun of being a DM.
Oh, I know.
Xanar.
Really fucked up so
Xanar.
bad, guys. Make a strength check.
Okay. Not great. It's 7.
7. Just trying and squeezing, and it slips a few times. You just don't think it's doable. As you're kind of struggling there, the curtain opens up, and they basically say, "Here's another friend for you. His face looks real nice, doesn't it?" And they toss in this other figure who is just this. It seems like a humanoid male, green cloak. Face is just fucking pelted to shit. It looks like he basically like his face got in a fight with like 35 people and lost.
I hope to God that's not me, Pat. Like, because you didn't beat me shitless.
No, you're already in the wagon, dude.
I want to see if I recognize the dude.
Make an insight check.
Insight.
I poke him with my bagpipe.
20.
I poke him in the face with my bagpipe.
20.
Not in that 20, just a 20.
You have not. You specifically in your few days that you've been here, you have not seen this figure before. That kind of means something. And you've been here for a little bit. You've been to the tavern, so he's not like a regular person around. You poke him with the bagpipe tube, and he just kind of stirs like, "What?
He's one of them. I start hitting him with my bagpipe.
You start hitting him with your bagpipe?
Yeah.
Would you like some Wartroot elixir?
Slapping him with the bagpipe.
I swear to God, what ails you? Whatever God you want.
Can he stop yelling? Oh God, my face feels like an orange that is rotten. Oh God, where am I?
Cart.
Orange that is rotten? Quickly, dwarf, get the penicillin. We will harvest his fate.
What?
I'm sorry, that was completely out of character. It was just funny. It was for the minute.
I will pin him down as you do that.
Excuse me, what? His arms are tied behind him, and you can see he's starting to kind of like move around a little interestingly.
Ooh, interestingly.
I don't know how to say it right, but yeah.
Wait a second.
You guys are in this with me. I'm not against you.
I believe him.
Do we attack or are we holding off?
Don't feel like fighting.
I think I got something.
I narrow my eyes at the guy. Yeah. Like, you're lucky this time, and I slumber back.
Make an intimidation check.
I'm gonna use infestation on the wagon.
What is infestation?
What?
You cause a cloud of mites and fleas and other parasites to momentarily appear on one creature. I mean,
That's
it's a
the
wagon.
wagon's
But
not a
we're on
creature.
the wagon.
He's
Well,
not a
I just
creature.
want. Well, it might make them like come to us and like help us or something. I don't know. It might help.
Let me look it up.
Also, sorry I derailed you guys there. What saving throws, rolls? What was happening?
Nah,
with
I
it?
started it asking if he wanted some of our wart root elixir.
Oh.
I mean, I feel like he would benefit from it, but that's his choice.
I'm good. I think I saw you guys out in the square. I'm pretty sure that stuff's just watered down like booze, isn't it?
Worked for
Oh, fuck,
Grognard.
He knows.
I glare at Ragnar angrily and basically telling him to shut up.
Also,
After a few
wait.
seconds of him just kind of worming in the corner, you can kind of see one of his arms just kind of comes forward and free.
Mhm.
And he reaches around and he starts like playing with his other cuff.
Wait a second. Can he actually break out?
He seems to be. He's dealt with one of his cuffs really quickly.
Okay, I'm gonna bite him.
Make an attack roll.
I would suggest you guys do the same.
I'm,
Okay,
I'm
D20?
bound to
Alright,
the
I'm
wagon.
biting
Yeah.
I'll bite him.
Was
I'm
it
Okay,
biting him.
roll. Ryan also make an attack roll.
Yeah, I think it was 20.
I got a 6.
All right.
That is a really shitty roll, sir.
Badly,
You-
while he's doing that, I kind of realize that I'm a thief and I can do that too. So I kind of have like that epiphany of me, like, oh god, that's right, I can do that.
And because of the fact that you surrendered willingly, they did not check your pockets, and you still have one of your picks in your back pocket. So make a thieves tool check, which is basically proficiency plus dex, and a d20.
I'm reloading Astro.
Okay, attack the dwarf instead.
No, okay. So Ryan, you were like, you saw the goblin worming up with his teeth out, just like marring like a fish, and you're like, that's a good idea. I'm going for it. And you just lean over. You forget that your hands are bound, and your head just lands slump in his lap.
God, I'm the useless, most clumsy dragonborn ever.
And as he's like, what in the world? Ow! As his leg just has Aflong bit into his ankle hard, or Azure. Bit into his ankle hard. He takes 1 point of piercing damage. He's like, why the...
I inch forward and try to snap at his foot.
As you guys are doing this, the curtain just opens up and he really quickly slips his hand behind his back. And the guard just looks in like, at the scene that you guys just made, he's like, what in the fuck are you guys doing?
Could you guys fucking not?
I mean, I would listen to her.
Oh, we should have been communicating with our words.
Oh yeah, we can totally listen to the freaking person that's hemorrhaging all over the cart.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing says trustworthy like a nicked artery.
I mean, she seems to have more moral character than the rest of this cabin put together, so far from what I can see. Anyway, stop wiggling around. It's weird. It looks like someone's doing naughty business in here. And fucking calm down, stop yelling, and don't play that fucking bagpipe again or I'm taking it. And he closes the curtain and he walks.
Hold on. Before you close that curtain, sir,
Oh,
I
no.
you know if people were doing naughty business, I have a different kind of portion for that, too.
He closes the curtain and walks off.
Well, damn it.
The guy kind of
There goes my chance to sell extract root of ginger and pine needle.
Ooh.
Okay, so I'm getting really annoyed by this traveling salesman, and I'm like, okay, I need to do something now. So I'm trying to
Please don't-
break free from
Please
the.
don't beat me to
Hey.
that long. I have so much more of a future than.
Hey, Padley.
Yeah?
I just want to say I tried rolling on the strange times thing and it never populated, so I had to go to Google to roll. I rolled 13 with everything.
13 was for the
That's with everything included.
yeah. You play with it for a little while, and you have to stop for a minute. But you think that you're about to get one of them good, and the lock pit snaps inside the lock. And you just like curse silently. You were you were super close to getting it off.
I just look very sad and depressed.
All right.
And Apollon, you were gonna try to just fucking break your restraints.
Yeah, at least the ones on my arms.
Okay, go ahead and make a strength check.
God damn it, 7.
Nope.
You're
they
not
got
a
your
strong
arm.
giants.
They specifically have 2 manacles per arm holding them down because you're a fucking ox. And as you go to do it, it's just and you just hear the chains fucking jolt against the bars and then back up. This guy's sitting there like, you guys are crazy. Can you all please keep it down? As he's kind of like taking his arm back out and he finally pops off the second manacle and is now working on one of his legs.
I cast friends on him.
Okay, what would you like to do with casting friends?
I want to tell him to unlock my things instead of his right now.
Okay, make a persuasion check with advantage then.
Bam. Bam. Look at my
Oh my
rolls,
God.
guys. Have you seen such good rolls? Okay,
they
that
all
is
what?
a persuasion. How much extra perception? Plus 4 on 22.
22, holy shit. He kind of sitting there like, oh, you poor smelly thing. Yeah, sure, hit me in. And roll me here, yeah, you can run. Come on, yes. Okay, yeah, good. Now stay still, and be quiet. And now if the guard comes back, put your arms back behind your back, okay? Stay still. And he starts working on your locks.
You're
And
way
he
better
kinda-
than that giant ever was.
He kind of looks at the rest of you like, all right, so we're all kind of stuck here for a little bit. I would like to check here. Are you guys affiliated in any way with either the Kingdom of Reichland or with holy god, brain?
Yeah.
We're partially responsible for that.
Rickland or Huffin?
Huffon.
Huffon?
Dython?
Either of you guys, any of you guys, playing for them, working with them. You don't look like it, otherwise I wouldn't fucking ask.
No, I don't swing for any team, man.
What the fuck is this all about, anyways?
That's a little complicated. But the blokes out there are they're all Huffon god. It is. It's not, but it is. Those are Huffon gods. And he kind of sits there, like, staring out in the distance, and then he pops your locks, Athlon. Your arms are free.
Good job, Athlon.
I just kind of rub my hands
Azure.
and check
Sorry,
my
man.
check my
I meant
bracer for
Azure.
any damage.
I meant Azure. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sucker, your
Okay.
locks weren't actually broken.
Why? I swap your guys' names all the time.
I mean, that is fair. He confused me and Colin all the time with
Yeah.
names because they began with the same letter.
I mean, he's also been mixing our names sometime. He goes with Ashlong.
I like that. He pops the locks. He kind of looks at you guys like, so who are you guys? I just need to know.
I'm Grognar.
I'm Wumble Dumble, certified worm tamer.
Oh God.
Well, if I may interrupt my esteemed colleagues, you have heard Ragnar say it. I have sold things in that kingdom. They may or may not have been the most appreciated goods. But the two of us are spoken for. We are merchants at best.
No, I
We never served their military. We never served their church. We are at best traveling salesmen. So please treat us appropriately. At best we have semi-licensing to sell there, depending on who you talk to.
I kind of give a so-so hand signal while he's saying that.
I don't know what a license is, but I buy these guys. I like them. They're cool.
As you're kind of saying that, he's just kind of laying out a long sigh, like, I can tell you guys are good. Dear Lord.
I didn't even introduce myself.
I should probably say this before
No,
we
I mean
start
those
forgetting
two.
this.
I'm a little concerned about the big man and the scary lady who keeps staring at me like she wants to kill me.
But I should probably say this before we end up forgetting. Friends is an ability that causes people to become hostile after about a minute.
Holy shit. Okay. So they know that you did it.
Yeah.
They know that I did it to modify their mood, and they became hostile.
Mm-hmm. Well, they don't become hostile guaranteed, I don't think.
I just
I think-
open my mouth and aim at the dude.
At DM's
Without saying
discretion,
anything.
depending on nature of interaction with it. I mean, how bad did I do really?
Okay, so in other words, Athlong, since a minute's passed, you realize the little fucker tricked you. Not much you can do about it, but the little fucker tricked you. You can do with that what you will.
I just kind of glare at him for the next minute or two.
Coward.
Coward.
Yeah, man.
So, all right, what's your story?
Whose story?
The fucking 8-foot tall Goliath in the back of the wagon, as he stares at you like just eyebrow raised, and he's getting his other leg unlocked now.
Zanar, traveler. No real affiliation with anyone.
All right, and you, particularly bleeding-looking woman.
I'm just a cleric. My name's Phelan.
How do you even talk with an artery bleeding out?
Well, he
She healed herself.
She seems to be doing fairly well.
I'm still bleeding.
Wait, you're in a lot of pain?
I don't.
I have
Don't
something for
look
that.
your shit.
We'll get there someday.
Here, I actually have something that might help with that. And he kind of pulls out a small vial.
Outside of character, do you know how bad it feels when your wife basically tells you you don't want anything from you?
Damn.
Ow! Birds!
He kind of holds out a vial, Rhea, and he's offering it in front of your mouth. Do you drink it?
I wouldn't drink that.
It's
Sure.
good. It's a healing potion. It's nothing. I swear.
Oh,
right.
I mean, it's either drink it or be in a lot of pain, so I'll give it a shot.
Want me to sniff it? I can probably discern what's in it.
Oh, that's bad rolls. You do gain back 4. You gain back 4 hit points, Rhea, as like it's an actual healing potion. It seems to be a compact version of it, but you actually feel quite a bit better now.
Oh my god, thank you.
And it's no problem. Actually, I kind of feel like I could use some friends right now. Oh God, the little fucker tricked me.
Am I still unsuccessful in unlocking myself badly?
How many chains did he get off?
You can try to do it again as they're kind of sitting. As long enough time has gone by. Make another check with disadvantage since you have a pick stuck in there now.
Ooh, that still rolled well. 17.
What is disadvantage?
Okay. You take out your secondary lockpick. You start reaching around in there, and you pop out the bad one, and you get to work on it again. And you think you're gonna get it this time, but it's gonna take you a second.
Okay.
He gets his last foot off. Is like, okay, this is really unorthodox, but I could use some friends right now. You guys are not affiliated with anyone. I need you to do something very simple. In exchange, I will make sure that you each get 100 gold apiece. 50
That sounds like a
100
bluff.
gold apiece. Would you guys like money, right?
Who are you that are offering a bunch of strangers money for stuff?
I'm not at liberty to tell you.
We're not at liberty to really trust you.
Unlock me.
You did give me a
Can you
million.
unlock me? Can you unlock me quick? Do I have to do
Grognar
anything?
in.
Well, I can speak for myself as a wonderful servant.
He starts working on your own.
How tough
Okay,
is
thank you.
100 gold apiece?
I could give you that, yes. Well, I couldn't, but my friends could.
Wait a minute, you can't deliver the money, that's a different problem.
No, good lord. Okay, you guys are not affiliated with either side here. You aren't, right? I know you're a cleric, but you're definitely not a Hafan cleric. I can see that, correct?
Not.
Okay. And no affiliation to the Reichland Church?
No.
Okay, good. You crying bagpipe man, I don't think I need to worry, but no affiliation.
Wait, is the flap open in the back? Because I just jump out the wagon. That's not locked down.
He's still working on your cuffs.
Oh. I drag him with me. And then
you just roll out the back of the wagon.
Are all my cuffs off?
Ryan, roll a dexterity check really quick.
Okay. That's just a 20, right?
Yep.
20 plus 3. Or 15 plus 3.
18.
Oh, God. Okay. He tries to grab you. He sees like, oh, no. And he sees you starting to roll out. He tries to grab you, but then he just lets go. And he really quickly just throws his arms behind his back, and he goes fucking rigid. As your ass just flops out of the wagon in the back. You guys just see the fucking Dragonborn just flail and land out the back of the wagon.
For the sitting here, hands bound, servants hands bound. This is not what I pictured of a Dragonborn.
Okay,
could you do a little better to your race, to your class?
I'm going to tell you guys.
Wait!
I can't hear you. I'm free.
If I mass up some clam shells and a little bit of tree moss, I can make for you a bravery potion.
As you guys are just bullshitting, a couple of guards, that same fucking guard who's got the really unfortunate task of watching you guys' wagon, just sitting there staring at Ryan wriggling on the ground who still has his cuffs. What in the fuck are you doing? Oh God, my accents. What are you doing?
I start flailing, trying to get away.
You're still bound, so
I start hyperventilating.
He starts following you. He starts breathing heavily. Make a performance check.
That's what do I add on to that, or is it just one roll?
Your performance is down on the bottom.
It's in alphabetical order on your sheet.
On the skills section.
Actually, deception. Yeah, deception.
I'm trying to find it. I do not see it. Where is it?
Deception starts with a D.
I have no idea.
One of these things is not like the other.
It's about a third of the way down on the sheet.
It's the fifth one.
Wait, which sheet
If
are
you
we
can't
looking
figure
at?
it out, just share your screen.
I have no reference.
Skills. It's on the middle left-ish.
Do you have your character sheet up?
Yes.
Okay. In the middle, it'll say like acrobatics, animal handling, arcana, athletics.
Wait a second.
Oh, okay.
Oh my God. Padley, is this carriage a horse-drawn carriage?
You guys don't know if there's a horse hooked up or not. You haven't seen.
Brian, go check if there's horses.
What'd you get, Ryan?
Okay, I found the main tree, but what am I looking at?
You're looking for deception. Whatever you roll plus whatever
Plus
the
4.
deception is.
There we are. 19 plus 4.
Oh, okay. All right. You sit there hyperventilating, looking like you're actually fairly sick. He kind of sits there like, get back in the fucking... Okay, stay here. I'm going to get a cleric. We do not want damaged goods. It kind of wanders off as you're sitting there, like, breathing heavily, and it kind of leaves you sitting there for a moment. Nope. He's too stupid to realize that. Okay. The guy's sitting there, and he kind of, like, pokes his head out of the tarp, and he's like, okay, so that kind of worked. I don't know what he's doing, but he got the guard to go away, so I can do this really quickly. And he goes over to, I'm going to say he'll probably do Ria's manacles next, and he starts working on those. And he's like, okay, so I'm going to lay this out really quickly here. Everyone here is looking for me. I need to trust you guys to not tell them that. And I will give you guys, I'll make sure that you guys are rewarded very well. If you guys can make sure that you take this, and he kind of takes out a small scroll from his back.
He kind of unreels it, and there's like a small little hexagon shape in it. This thing in the middle here, this is very important. Don't let people see this. Take this, go to the town of Barrest, and deliver it to the local lords, specifically the local lord's captain of the guard. Just him, okay? Not the lord, not any other guard. The captain of the guard in Barrest, okay? If you can do that,
Okay.
I'll make sure you all get loose from here. And I'll make sure you get rewarded. Can I trust you all to do that, please?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said bar arrest. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
I just kind of like. I'm like. I would actually consider it, but right now I am hanging on the edge of my life right now. And is the bolt still in me from earlier? And the leg gash?
Yep.
Yeah, I'm like, if anybody can do anything about this, I would gladly help.
I have one more. I have one more of those potions. I can help. But
So
sorry.
wait. Yeah, but Padley, do I still have cuffs on?
No, he got yours off.
Okay, finally, I know. I'm gonna go take the bolt out of Zagnar.
What the fuck?
Make a medicine check as you do it.
I don't know medicine.
Exactly. That's why.
No, keep the green little guy away from me, please.
Rhea, he's managed.
Shit, I'm actually pretty medicine, man. Don't worry, dude. I know medicine.
I can
15.
15? Okay. You are smart enough to know how to try to pull it without doing as much damage as you can from the actual bolt being pulled out. Yeah, 15's good enough. You don't take any damage as this small goblin yanks out the bolt and then just pushes the pant cloth of your leg back into the hole to stuff it.
You're welcome.
I'm still mad at you for doing that stupid spell.
I have one more potion here. I'm gonna work on the big man because I feel like him getting free is best. But can I trust you all to actually? Can you help me here?
Do I break out of my cuffs finally?
Yeah, you're free now. You just got loose.
Okay, I put my hand out for the scroll.
I need to be 100% sure that you guys are gonna work with me here.
Am I like hyperventilating still?
No, you pretty much stopped. You probably got bored because the guard walked away looking for a cleric to help you. You are currently just sitting behind the wagon. As you look around, actually make a perception check, Ryan.
Yeah, I need to know if there's a horse on this carriage. Wait a second. While I was doing that, can I go around and just see if there's a horse on this carriage?
You can't see from front, and you would have to actually expose yourself if you wanted to go look.
Exposing myself.
Can I see from here?
Yeah, you can see it from there if you make a perception check.
I rolled an 11.
Okay. You can tell that there are horses hooked up to these wagons. You can tell that there is at least one or two behind your wagon, and at least one or two ahead of your wagon. There's a couple of guards standing around, and in the distance, you can hear some conversation, and you can see the guard coming back with the cleric.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and unhook John, the charlatan's cuffs now, because he's the only other one that's still kind of there.
Yeah, we need him uncuffed. He has potions.
I run back inside.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Do you want me to roll Padley for that?
The dragon board flops back into the thing. What did you get for it, Chris?
Nat 20, actually.
Okay. You figured out yours, and you're like, oh, wow, I know these locks. And you turn around to John's, and he's like, what are you doing? And you just, tick, and it just comes off.
Okay. So I'm gonna... You guys got it.
You guys got me here.
You know,
during this entire thing, who's unbound so far? I know I'm still bound.
I think the Goliath and the Dragonborn are the only ones still bound.
Yeah. Nope, Ryan got unbound.
Okay. I didn't know if he did or not before he flopped out of the wagon.
He did not. Sorry. He's actually the dude's starting to work on you though, Avalon.
Okay.
Okay, so Padley, I'm gonna have to go around and I'm gonna use these horses to draw this carriage out of here.
Are you leaving the wagon?
Yeah, I'm leading the wagon.
No, are you leaving the wagon? The wagon is currently covered
Will
with
do.
So no one can see you guys in there right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
As you go towards the door, the guy tells you, what are you doing? No. They can't know that we're loose.
This guy's an idiot.
I know horses, not as well as worms.
Shit. He's gonna quickly slap the scroll into your hands, Rhea.
Okay.
And he's looking in your eyes like, please, I'm begging you, please make sure that they get this. Okay? Is that good? All right.
Captain of Guard, got it.
Did you just jump out of the wagon, Azure?
Yep, and I'm running out to the horses.
Okay.
To draw them, you know?
As you pop out of the wagon to do that, he finishes, he's hurriedly trying to get the last lax on Athlong here as fast as he can. Are you trying to sneak, or are you just going as fast as you can to get to the wagon, the horse?
Fast.
Okay, make an athletics check.
Oh shit, is that something I'm good? Ooh, I'm not good at that. Okay. 7. Oh my god. I'm a slow little gobbler.
As you go sprinting around, you get maybe like up to the edge of it, but you're trying to climb the edge of the wagon and you keep slipping. And you hear from the back, hey, no, stop. And there's one of the two of the guards are starting to sprint towards you in heavy plate.
Am I up there now?
No, you're still scrambling to get up there.
God damn it. Cheeseboard, I could have probably climbed up on your shoulders.
I'm a dwarf.
In a few seconds, they're like basically there. They grab you by the scruff of the back of your coat, and they're kind of just holding you midair. Like, how did you get loose? What the fuck? And they start walking back towards the back of the wagon, and dude is frantically getting the rest of your restraints Athlong.
Can I go in? Can I do a stealth check?
What are you gonna try to do?
Well, I want to go into stealth so that when he tries to open up the thing, I can ready an attack to just kind of pop him.
So yeah, you can hide if you want. Make a stealth roll.
So are we fighting, or are we pretending that?
That is a 21.
Okay, you get underneath one of the boards and you kind of hide yourself a little bit. The guy's kind of gets the last of your manacles there. Athlong. He's like, no, I really recommend not doing that. These guys are professional soldiers, professional military. They're elite guys.
I can vouch for that. It really hurt.
I don't care if you cry either.
And I'm still damaged, right?
Yeah, you're still kind of hurt. He kind of forgot to give you a potion, but you could ask if you wanted.
So
potion.
Do we just wait here for something to happen, or what?
I don't know. I guess I could. No. I'll handle this. It's okay. I've got it. Stay here. The moment that you hear, you'll know when to leave. And he goes to the edge of the wagon and he jumps out. You see, Womble.
Did he not leave the potion or give me the potion?
Oh, he handed you one before he headed out.
Oh, okay. Now, what do I do for checking the heal for the potion?
I think it's a normal potion, so just roll 2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2.
While everything's going on, I'm going to hide the scroll.
Okay.
So I heal 7, it looks like.
Where do you hide the scroll?
Giving it to them.
Make a sleight of hand check too, please.
Okay. Did that not work?
So I'm still just being carried back right now?
Yeah, he's walking around, and actually what you end up seeing is you see the green cloaked guy dive out of it. He pops around the corner like, hello, so just in case you're all wondering, and the guard's like, what in the fuck? How did they all get loose? Prisoner break! He's like, and even better than that, my name's Hanneman. Bye! And he just fucking bolts. They drop you on the spot. They pull out crossbows, and they're going to start taking shots at this guy. And he's just fucking booking it. And the guards just start running after him. You hear yelling and shouting. There's like 89, 90% of the guards are just running after him right now.
So maybe it's time for us to leave?
One more time?
Maybe it's time for us to leave?
Yeah, this sounds like the signal to go.
Probably that was 18 for sleight of hand.
All right, you managed to slip it right up into I'll say the one of the cups of your armor, just like a spare slot. So just very inconspicuous, pretty hidden well.
Okay. I run back to the carriage and I go handle horses.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Roll D20. Okay. And oh fuck. Guys were fucked. That's a 10.
What? Okay, hold up. One rule.
Yeah.
Don't roll things without me asking for a skill check because I don't know what you're rolling for.
I think he said horses, so I guess that would be animal handling.
Yeah, but I didn't know what he was doing. So, and it's hard to keep track if people are rolling without me knowing. So, if you want to hop on the horses, let's just redo that and do an animal handling check, please.
No, that was animal handling.
Just roll again.
You're loose,
God damn it!
Same roll.
but we're all still in the thing except for Azure.
What'd you get?
Crying.
Another 5.
Oh no. So
it's 10 again.
you sit there and you fucking wail on the reins, and the horses just sort of sit there and they just pull on it and they try to get and they just don't move, but they're pissy. They're annoyed with you.
No, man, that's like.
All right.
So wait, do I add my animal handling to it because that would make it a 10?
Yeah, they still don't listen to you.
Damn. These
All
are
right,
some
I'm
fucking
gonna-
top-notch horses.
I'm gonna hop out of the cart now and go for my gear.
Okay.
Yeah, we should all get
Oh,
our
wait.
gear in the opposite direction.
There's
Okay.
gear?
Yeah, my gear.
You guys pop out. Those of you who got stripped of gear can, you can grab that all really quickly. It's all just sitting right there. You grab your gear, and in the midst of the distraction and all this shit, if you guys want to sneak away, I'll just have you all make a stealth check, unless you guys have some other plan.
I
Mm-hmm.
have a disadvantage to stealth, though.
Okay. And
That's
you just
okay.
want
I
to
have
run.
advantage.
I'm a Goliath. I don't know.
Alright. So we're rolling for stealth?
Well,
Yes.
what would you like to do?
Well, I would prefer slinking away while we can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let the people sneak away that can first, and then I'm just gonna bolt for it.
Okay.
What would that be? Athletics?
If
I
you
have 21.
if you're sneaking, make a stealth roll. If you're trying to just bolt, make an athletics check.
I'm still doing horses.
I'm waiting for the sneakers first.
I am sneaking. Grognar sneaking.
I got an 18 for sneaking.
Okay.
Okay.
Grognar got a 23.
Oh, okay.
So, do you want me to roll again for the horses?
You can roll another animal handling check, sure.
Oh,
Oh no! Nat 1!
where were my big numbers? Ryu, you stole my big numbers!
Oh, please.
John, what are you doing?
I'm logging back in because after a certain period, it logged me out.
Yeah, it did that to me
Yeah.
too. That's why I just went
Does
to
that
Google.
everybody.
Are you sneaking, though, or are you bolting?
I don't know. What is my faithful assistant doing?
I'm sneaking.
He's gone. You actually lost track of him.
Frankly, I'm going to sneak after him then.
You don't even know where he went, but make your own stealth check.
He's very sneaky.
You're absolutely right. I don't know where he went, but
You saw the lizard slurp away into the. You saw the dragonborn slurk away into one of the bushes nearby, but you have no idea where your companion went.
guys, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and say it. My natural stagemanship, my showmanship, all that other shit that makes me the center of town. I rolled a fucking 2.
What happened? He has center of attention.
He starts to run that direction, knocks over a trash can.
You plop out of the wagon and you go, "I'm going to sneak." Oh shit!
And that's when I decide, you know what? Fuck it, I'm just bolting it.
You better make an athletics check now because one or two of the guards who stayed are currently now pulling out their swords. A couple of them are drawing crossbows, and they're starting to run your direction.
Were we able to get our gear?
Yeah, you guys are all fully equipped.
10.
Which dice do I roll for an athletics?
All skill checks are D20s. Just assume that if I ever say make a something check, it's a D20.
Mm-hmm.
I got a 10 for my athletics, by the way.
So I have a 5 plus 4, so I have a 9.
Okay. You guys start running, and you trying to fucking get away from these guys. The ones who had stealth, you guys are sitting in bushes, or you're far enough away that you're able to see this. Ria, what are you doing?
I sneaked. I had a 21. Whatever.
Oh yeah, you're fucking
Yeah,
gone.
I'm also running in the direction Rhea went.
Watching the evangelical lizard get his comeuppance, right?
I'm a wood elf. This is what I do.
I just think it's funny. It's like sneak, sneak, sneak. I'm going to sneak now,
Yep. Yep.
which is totally in character, by the way.
So you now have about 3 or 4 guards chasing down this large lumbering Goliath and this lizard man who's just he's trying to run, but these guys are just well-trained military. They are catching up to you fast. You guys are getting down on an aisle, basically a thoroughfare. You guys are just running. You take a left, you take a right, you're getting around. Make one more athletics check as these guards are getting really close to closing the distance.
Both of us, or what?
Yeah, both of you, the 2 runners.
All right. Come on, lizard man. 7 plus 4 makes 11.
It's another 10.
Another 10. Oh no. All right. I'm sorry, but you guys rolled really bad, so they're gonna hit you.
Fuck me.
They're gonna both take attack rolls as they're running. As you guys are running, they're basically taking shots as they get enough range that they can hit you with a heavy crossbow. Athlon, what's your AC?
14.
That one misses. John, what's your AC?
13.
I told you guys I was gonna roll like shit tonight. That one misses.
I think we're all rolling like shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember when
2
I was
bolts
good?
go flying towards you guys, and as you're sprinting down this thoroughfare, you can see up ahead of you. All of a sudden, there's a different group of heavily armored people in like different garb, kind of marching in unison towards you. Not in unison, but kind of like a ramshackle group. But they look like they're town guards. Maybe about like 40 of them, maybe 45, with one person in nearly full heavy silver plate, kind of marching your direction down the thoroughfare. But they're maybe about like 400 feet ahead of you.
Well, I can tell you right now that trips my oh shit radar.
What are you guys doing? You guys are sprinting.
I'm gonna
take off towards the bushes.
Yeah, I'll probably run in the same direction as them.
Okay. I'll say make a stealth check. As these guards are coming around, you do have a momentary chance to dip away.
Goliath making a stealth check.
Oh, dear God. Please.
What am I rolling with?
Oh my God! I'm not 20!
Okay. I got a 16.
Okay. It actually turns out that, like, as you guys are sprinting, all of a sudden, John goes, duck! And pushes the Goliath in the gut, and you guys just disappear into a bush right after you guys went around a corner. And these guards that are stomping after you come running around the corner, and you guys are just quietly watching them, like the fucking holding breath, the aliens going by kind of thing.
John, quiet.
He's having a hard time, but he's doing it. Okay. You see these guards, like these gold-plated people, come around the corner, like, shit! Local guards here! We need to fall back now! And they just sort of take a few steps back, and they start running back. And now you see this group of 45 men just fucking, like, you hear a distant, like, all right, men, all right, and you just hear, like, the sound of charge as, like, this large group of men come charging into the city towards these guards, and they just come fucking storming past you guys in your bush. Those of you who are stealthing currently in the camp location, you see all these guards, the bronze-plated people have been coming back and congregating back in the group, all towards the center, near this one dude that's currently sitting there in the middle. Seems to be not a heavily armored figure, but actually a golden-robed individual in the middle of the square. What's the stealth group doing in the square doing?
That screamed as mage to me, but that's not my problem.
I need to find my partner in crime. I gotta head into the direction where he ran off.
Make an investigation check.
Loyalty.
Make a what now?
Hiding. An investigation check. Ryan, you're fucking you're well hidden. You got a front row to this.
Nat one.
You wander off, and I'm pretty sure that you walk in the one part of the city that has nothing going on. You're just gone for a while. Azure, you ducked and hid, right?
No.
What'd you do?
I'm still horsing.
He's trying to get the horses to work.
This whole time,
Yes.
this whole interaction, you just
Yes.
pissy little goblin sitting on top of this wagon.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm trying to
Rain the horses this entire time.
Would you
I'm
like
gonna
me to?
say you can roll one more time at disadvantage, and at this point, the horses look absolutely irate with you.
Also, I still don't know what disadvantage means.
Roll
You
twice,
rolled?
You roll
take
twice.
the lower number.
Take the lower
Oh.
number.
Oh, so close.
What'd you get?
Well, technically a 9. I mean, you want me to say a n number or the before number?
Just say the total number whenever you're doing checks.
Yeah, I only
Okay.
care one number.
Yeah, it's 9.
Okay. As you're sitting there just wailing out, come on, let's go! One of the horses just fucking bucks up and kicks at you. What's your AC?
12.
Yeah, you take a hoof straight to the chest. You take 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Hey, suckers, that's less damage than most of you guys took.
And you get knocked off the wagon. You fall flat on your back in the middle of this area in the square as all of these gold-plated guards are just currently sprinting past you to get into a formation around this other robed figure.
Well,
None of them seem to be paying any attention to you.
all going to plan.
Are you just going to sit there?
I think I will. Can I roll a stealth?
Cover yourself in mud or something.
Roll a stealth check, sure.
I smell worse than mud. They'll think I'm just street garbage. 20 plus, how much was
Well,
my
that's a net
stealth?
20.
22.
22.
That's a nat 20.
As you
Yeah.
fell onto the dirt there, and like the guards are running past you, you just sort of start pulling mud on top of yourself until you just sort of slurp down into the mud, and now it's just your two eyes poking out. And the only way they can tell you're there is occasionally when you blink, the mud moves a little bit.
You are really stealthy right now.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You just-
Super stealthy.
It might be dung that you're hiding in, but no one can see you.
I smell better now.
So Ryan and Azure
First bath he's had
have
in
a
a long
visual.
time.
No one else hid in the square, correct?
Yeah, I kind of wandered off. Well, actually,
Yeah.
Rhea did.
Rhea hid in the square really well, that's right.
Where are they? I still don't know.
What's going on and trying to
It's
keep track of
I'm having a tough time visualizing all this. Truth be told,
here.
So right now,
I know I'm next to John.
right now what's going on is that Athlong, you and John are currently sitting somewhere deeper into town, closer to the local keep, and a large group of local guards and basically what looks like militia force have just stormed past you,
Right,
chasing the guards,
I know.
or the bronze-plated men. You just saw them run off. More towards like the town square, like where the market was, where you guys were selling stuff earlier. There's this large growing group of maybe about 30 of these bronze-plated warriors surrounding a single cloaked figure. This is only viewable by Rhea, Ryan, and
Whoever
Azure.
didn't wander off.
Azure, who's currently in a dung pile. Chris has just wandered off, and he's currently like opening doors to like random houses, like hello. Like
Boss?
he's lost.
Boss?
The people though who see the town market though see this large mass of guards come up to the bronze-plated arm like wall of people, and they all stop maybe about 100 feet from each other. And then the robed figure, and there's like probably about 10 minutes of just pure silence as they all just sort of stare at each other. And then the plated figure, or the silver-plated figure, and the robed figure from each side start kind of walking towards each other. And there's a little bit of hushed conversation. If anyone wants to try to hear what they're saying, they can make a perception check.
I do.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Nat
do it.
one.
too.
Nat one.
Gonna do it also. That is a
Ryan, would you like to try to hear?
Sure.
Azure should get advantage since he's
What?
well positioned.
I have.
I got a
rolled-
17.
Rhea got a 17.
Yeah.
Azure?
Do I Do I actually get advantage?
I'm just saying he should.
I got a 6.
Okay, I got a 15.
15. Ryan, you can't hear shit. You're way too far away. Plus, you started like quietly playing your bagpipes while you're bored.
Really hard to hear while I'm playing these.
Azure and Rhea, you do make out some words. It seems like basically conversation kind of goes like, Commander Rubric, you have no jurisdiction in this town. We said that you can investigate and no more. You are not welcome here further. You will release these people and evacuate my town immediately. And then the other figure kind of says word. You can't hear him. He's a little bit too muted. But there's some back and forth. And after about like the conversation quieted down to the point where you probably can't really hear them very well. But after a little bit, the people in the plate kind of, everyone's tensions kind of lower a bit. The town guards kind of span out and start letting everyone loose from these wagons as the gold-plated folks all start to go over to the wagons and the horses and stuff and start to mount up. It seems like they're about to head out, even though the two commanders are still talking for a bit. What would the rest of you guys like to be doing?
Boss?
I think I'm just going to ride in the mud for a little while. I really screwed us up this time.
I mean, since I got a nat 20 on my last stealth, I'm going to slink off and look for my cohort.
Make an investigation check.
Come on, a 1. We never find each other.
I got hang on. So I got a 4.
No.
Apparently he is gone forever.
You guys, like Chris wandered to the north, you wandered to the south trying to find him. You're both probably like 15 blocks away from each other, like checking door to door.
Yeah, I figure we're out in the sticks.
Yeah. What are the rest of you guys doing?
You know what?
I'm trying to gather everybody together so we can leave.
Yeah, so I remember Rhea Phelan had the scroll, so I go search for them.
Okay.
I don't know at this time these guards are like friendly or not. I only know that they charged out. So I want to assume that they're the guards for this town, and they were answering the commotion.
Make a perception check.
Okay. 19.
19. Looking at now you're thinking about it, when you saw those guards rush past, some of them were actually wearing the colors of the town. You don't know very much about the town,
but I've been in the town for a long time now, right?
Yeah, you've been in for like maybe like a week or so.
Okay.
Just sort of
so that I just freely go try to find Phelan now.
Phelan, okay.
Did you investigate?
Since you guys are taking a little bit of time, you do eventually find Phelan. She is currently in the middle of the square, kind of looking out and keeping an eye at things. The large Goliath approaches you as you're about to get ready to start searching for other folks.
Oh, thank God.
Have you seen any of the others? The annoying salesman left me. I assume to find his compatriots.
Can I just head back in the direction, Padley, to speed up this process, or do I have to investigate that?
I'm just going to say that you're going to be coming back a lot later.
Okay.
Am I with everyone too, or where am I right now?
You're still in the square. You're just hitting in a bush. You just saw Phelan and Athlong meet in the square.
I'll go up to them.
Yeah, it seems like the bronze-plated warriors have left along with the robe figure by this point. The town guard are kind of helping citizens get back to, cleaning up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of what they've started doing.
I start playing my bagpipe joyfully.
Ooh.
Oh, God. A couple of guards kind of give you a really shit-eating look when they kind of pass you.
I start playing louder.
All right, that's good.
Good retort.
Can I do an investigation on why these horses wouldn't let me handle them? Like maybe they're Satan worshipping horses.
As you look around, the horses were owned by those bronze-plated soldiers, and they're gone.
Oh. I guess I don't get to check.
Yeah.
They were probably Satan worshippers.
So I'll say maybe in about like over the matter of like maybe like another 20, 30 minutes. Definitely Chris coming back at the later 40. You guys do all manage to kind of get back together in the town square, just kind of congregating like haphazardly in a ragtag band.
Mhm.
It looks like the city is pretty shaken from this. There's a lot of really spooked citizens around. The guards are doing their best to try to keep things calm. This is not something that they seem to be used to.
Not like there's that many people who died.
So you guys meet back up.
Two of us almost died. At least.
Good times.
And whatever.
Important question. Did we get back our shipment of our elixir?
Make an investigation check to try to find it.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do we both make one, or does it just cheese?
If you want to help him with this, you can give him advantage so he rolls twice, or you can roll separately and I'll just take the highest.
Either way, it's pretty much going to be.
I will help him for sure.
Okay, roll with advantage, Chris.
Okay. Unfortunately, even with advantage, that's an 8.
You can't find it. You find a couple boxes that have been unfortunately trampled into the dirt by the rampaging horses as they left.
I kind of hold one up for John's character. Sorry, boss.
I start playing my instrument sadly.
A sad wailing comes as the Dragonborn approaches with his bagpipe.
Just the do.
It's not bad. He's actually pretty decent with the thing, but now that he
Dragonborn, play me a sad dirge.
That's okay. We make more money off this guy.
That's fair. Quickly, put a hat out in front of the Dragonborn. See if he makes any money.
I start dating a little bit. I start doing a jig.
Performance. I don't know.
I mean, you can make a performance check, sure.
I think we did pretty well there, guys.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
But we still don't know where the goblin is, though, do we?
he says that. He says that, but he's still in the dung pile.
I got a 16 for performance.
Okay. The music is pretty good, actually. It's a little uplifting. It's not like perfect, but this is actually, it's appropriate. Azure, did you actually ever come out of hiding?
Not yet. I'm just
Wait, how long have the guards been gone now?
It's been about an hour. You haven't. He might actually be like 5 feet behind you guys in the dirt, but you have no idea.
I just really screwed things up, I'm gonna sit here a little while longer.
We keep hearing you, but we don't see you.
I'm done sitting here now.
Okay, as you guys are sitting there, just all of a sudden the goblin emerges from a pile of shit.
I think it's like undead, so I just like wield my maul real quick. I just see, it's the disgusting little creature.
I cast friends on Zagnar.
I am unbound right now with Mason.
Give me a hug.
Make
roll my D20.
Check. I'm gonna say, because this is so difficult, make a persuasion check just straight. Otherwise, this would have been a disadvantage.
What is my stat I'm rolling with?
Wait.
You're rolling a charisma roll. Azure's just rolling a straight
19.
Persuasion check.
Okay, I got a fucking what's this number? 10 persuasion. 14.
No fucking way you give him the hug, Apollon.
I'm not falling again. I'm not falling for that again, you little shit.
You would have fallen for it again if I had a bigger number.
The hell are you talking about, bigger number?
I mean, bigger.
You would have fallen for it if I could persuadify you better.
I'm aware of your tricks now.
My tricks are sneaky and cunning.
Why do you sound vaguely Gollum-esque?
Are we getting any money off the performance, by the way, Padley?
I mean, he did put out a tip jar, and people are currently trying to put their lives back together. So not really right now.
I can't do a good Gollum.
Wait a minute. I'm gonna stick out Ragnar looking very sadly and homeless. If I do that, can I roll for tips?
Grognar can roll for deception, and I'll consider that in combination with Ryan's roll earlier.
Okay. Nat 20.
I'm gonna do something nice for these guys. I'm gonna search for their lost bottles as well. I'm an investigation goblin.
Okay, make an investigation check. So
24.
Damn.
Hold on.
So you guys thought the dwarf was pretty straightforward, but now you're all pretty convinced that he's really sad. It just breaks your guys' heart. John, you even think he actually might be pretty hurt from all this. It really affected him in a bad way, and y'all just feel really shitty for him.
Oh, God damn it.
As you let out this hat, a few villagers and even a couple of guards come by and just like, oh, you poor soul.
Damn.
Poor old man, here you go. And you guys start to collect a few coins.
You're gonna have to specify how much they get.
As they're playing like fucking Oh Danny Boy on the pipes, some people are starting to get a little sad for this dwarf.
I'm trying to find where my gold is on this sheet.
He looks really sad.
It's listed in equipment, and on the top right, it's currency.
Over the next like 20 minutes, you guys collect maybe about like 2 silver and about like 15 copper.
Damn, we're rich.
Yes.
If only we could like party up our money.
You guys have to determine how you want to divvy up money. It's a purely conversation amongst you guys kind of thing.
And remind me again, I was looking at the character sheet when I was handling money earlier. It's like 10 copper is a silver and 10 silver is a gold, correct?
Correct. And Electrum isn't a thing because it's stupid.
Yeah, I wasn't counting that, because why are we going into fives?
All right, John, if our previous agreement is still intact, you would therefore get 10 of the copper and 1 silver, and I would get the rest.
How much am I getting?
That works for me, jeez.
Motherfuckers. I was jigging and dancing out here.
Talk to boss.
The locals, we should probably leave.
Grognar agreed.
There's nothing ever done with fleecing the locals.
100 gold piece.
I think we need to leave.
We've
been here too long.
Is when they have nothing left to give.
Boss, 100 gold apiece. Let's go with them.
So wait, did I ever search for the bottles?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I missed that. I knew someone made a roll, but there was a lot.
Yeah, like a 20-something.
I got 24.
You actually do find a spot where it looks like that one fucking guy who actually bought some of the solution earlier came back and took a box in all of the confusion, but. You did find him slumped over the box with a crossbow bolt behind him, so you just kind of pushed his ass aside, got the box, and came back with a crate with probably about like 16 jars of the shitty concoction.
Oh, yeah. I present them, my liege and his highness.
Oh, my bad. Wrong person. Sorry, badly.
I was like, why are you asking me, yo?
What are we really gonna do with these bottles? I had the best roll of my life, and it does not much.
Nope.
I guess we could sell them.
So how much currency do I have? Should I have now? I got 100 from you guys, right?
No one gets 100 gold yet. That dude in the wagon promised 100 gold if you did what he would say to help.
No, I mean for doing my jig.
No, you did not get 100 gold. They took the tip. I'll say this. The only thing that happened was the tip jar ended up getting 2 silver and 15 copper. You'll have to talk with your teammates if they're actually going to share that with you.
Teammates in quotes.
Talk to boss.
And I thought we agreed it was going to be 100 each.
Yeah, it was 100 gold for the one guy, but...
Alright, lady, do you just want to go and collect? Or what?
Let's go.
Grognar agree. Come on, boss.
I should follow these people.
In the direction I should be going.
Well, Ryan, unfortunately, as you hold your hand out, expecting some share of the tips, they just kind of walk off.
I shoot the lizard. I throw my javelin at the lizard.
Do you actually?
No, but I shove him.
Weren't there guards around?
Make an attack roll just in general, Ryan.
I shove him and making an exclamation with my bagpipe.
Okay.
Hold on. We're working on it.
Hold on. To the good man playing the bagpipe, we have given you a total of 50 copper for the efforts of playing.
Whoa. You can't
All right.
give me 50
I'll
copper.
take it.
You guys, okay, but you guys got 2 silver and
Yeah, it's-
15 copper.
Yeah, it's not 10 to. It's not 100 to 1. It's 10.
Oh,
to
we
1.
will give it. We'll give it to him when we can actually find, an exchange
Give him,
place
like-
for it.
8 or less.
Is that 10 copper is 1 silver, right?
Yes.
Yes, but we don't have someone to exchange the silver to copper right now
Why don't you just give him the silver?
He didn't do
because
that.
we need to make a profit.
Because we need to make some
And
money.
during this conversation, is someone holding a javelin at the ready or something?
Yeah, you got him fucking zeroed in. No, actually, Ryan, if you want to make a strength check for that shove,
Okay. Is that a 20?
yeah, always roll a d20 for checks, and then just add your strength modifier for this one.
All right. 14.
Okay.
Dang.
What's your? Actually, I'm gonna say, John, make a strength check of your own.
Okay.
Ooh.
Let's see, strength plus 2, so 11.
Okay, as you're about to walk away, and you're like, sorry, too bad, the fucking Dragonborn just comes up and fucking 2-hand shoulder pushes you into the mud, and you just go face first into it.
Damn, how bad was that? It was a 20 minutes.
I'll tell you what. 70 copper. 3 of my worm elixir, which heals joint pains and baldness, and I will give you 1 dream catcher on the house, made of rare red
I
hawk.
stab him in the kneecap.
Oh, you do that. I'm attacking.
Guys, if we do that, I'll be perfectly honest. If we do that, we're going down a PvP campaign.
Pause. I need to unravel a couple things here. 1, John, why are you offering him 7D copper?
That's a lot of money.
I'm offering him 70 because he just shoved me in the mud. I figure if I can cut my losses by giving him a little extra.
70 could be
I
a
just
lot of
want
money.
The money I'm owed. That's all I
70 copper is 7 silver.
Cheese and I were willing to give him a total of 50. I'm
No,
going to give
stop,
him up to 70.
John. 1 silver is 10 copper. You guys received 2 silver and 15 copper. I'm sorry, I didn't go over the currency rules. But if you guys gave him 50 copper, you're giving him more than you earned in tips.
Would you like to
Just give him the 5 copper. Actually, give him the 10 copper. I'll give you my silver, John. I don't care at this point.
Padley, I would like to apologize. I'm drunk. The math fucked me up. Okay, I'll tell you what. I will give you exactly 1 silver.
Why is everybody here drunk?
I'm not.
I'll take a
I
silver.
only had a beer. I'm not drunk.
Okay, add your silver and we'll move on.
No, hold on. If you take the silver from me, I'd like you to at least at 1 different town somewhere in the future campaign give a pro speech in favor of one of my elixirs. I'll even throw in the other half of my earnings for it.
No.
And I'll let you take the 1 silver and we'd be done.
Just give me the 1 silver.
John.
Our negotiation tactics need work.
No, John, what if I use friends on this guy? Swear me in as a business partner.
This is a cantrip, right?
Alright, he takes the 1 silver, Jesus and I split the other 60-40 between us.
Damn it. I couldn't become fucking friends.
You
Wait
know,
a second.
You could have gotten in on the ground floor of something really amazing there.
I could have. Oh wait, you're not talking about me.
We have planned for you, Goblin. Don't worry.
I'm just standing there, kind of rubbing my head, like this is so goddamn embarrassing, and I just want to leave.
You really shouldn't get on that adventure.
This is you guys, by the way, just sitting in the
already
town
walked
square
off.
arguing. So, like, this is actually what's been going on. You guys have been probably arguing for, like,
I'm
maybe, like, 30
gonna
minutes.
follow.
I'm
Phelan.
gonna be honest.
already
This is
started
about
to
right
leave.
for a new party.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
I'm following Phelan.
Well, where are you going?
do we even know where was it? Okay, so we were heading to
Let's go find a map.
Baras.
Baras.
Yeah,
Yeah, when are we going to
Alright.
start using a map?
delivering the scroll to the captain of the guard.
Yep.
So I don't. Wait, do I know where Barest is in relation to where I am right now?
Yeah, let's make, what would be a good map sync check? Make a general intelligence check.
Oh boy.
Intelligence. Ugh.
Wait, who's doing that?
Everybody.
Aflong.
Oh, Aflong. Okay.
Oh.
Well, if anyone else wants to try to think about it, but I'll only let 2 people think about it or 1 person with advantage.
2.
I'll help him think about it.
I rolled a 2.
I was
Just
gonna
think about it
give you
yourself.
Aflong, I'll give you advantage if you want to roll.
Who else is thinking about where Baras
Well, I don't
is?
have any intelligence. I have an intelligence of 11. I don't get any.
I'm pretty sure Azure would have the highest
Bonuses.
instat of
Let
us
me-
all.
Let me look at my
It's
sheet.
it's +3.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
Plus, it'd be a good way to make sure you stick with us if you know where we're going.
So wait, am I thinking right here?
Yes. Go think.
Okay. I think
Roll your
really
D20.
bad.
Oh no.
Worst case
What'd you get?
scenario, we just ask around
I got
where
a
Barest
6.
is. Or
You
look
guys
for
are not
signs.
sure offhand where
We'll
the hell
have to leave
Baras
in the
is.
same place.
It's like I fucking can't even think about roads.
Country roads.
You guys aren't familiar with the town, with this country very much. You're all from different backgrounds, so you have no idea where Baras is.
I'm
I have
gonna. I'm
another
gonna.
idea. Either
Sorry.
stop at a tavern or stop at a temple and ask.
Grognar has no preference.
I say
Wait.
go for that.
That's a lie. Grognar wants the tavern.
Let's ask someone.
I'm going to the temple to ask a priest.
Okay. It takes a little while. I guess are you guys all following?
Yeah, I'll follow her since she's got the scroll, anyways.
Yeah, I'll follow. I'm a good follower.
You end up going back to that temple where you had originally came from. As you kind of approach it, there's, it's a little bit fuller than usual. There's unfortunately a blood stain where that guy was from earlier, a blood stain where you were. People are staying pretty clear of it, but it seems a little bit more crowded than usual. There's many people there mourning, loved ones that are sitting there in makeshift coffins. There's a priest going around kind of giving his condolences to whoever he can. It's a little busy. It's very somber.
I turn to Phelan and say, I saw you heal yourself when we were in the carriage. Maybe you can do a little bit more of your magic and win over some favor for the people, and we can find out where we can head from here.
You and I are on the same page. I'm going to go and help the priest.
Okay. What are you doing to help the priest exactly?
I'm going to help give condolences and see if anybody needs anything.
Okay. He kind of sees you coming up. He's like, yes. How can I help you?
I'm just coming to give a little bit of assistance and hopefully ask a question before I leave.
Do you have medicine or anything you can offer these wounded men here?
I can help. I don't have any spells at the moment.
If you know how to dress wounds, please just lend a hand. There's plenty here that are still open wounds or,
Yeah, bandages, things I can help.
Make a medicine check.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
18.
18? Okay, that's pretty good. For the next part of the middle, like 20 minutes, Phelan just starts going to work. There's maybe about like, I'd say 7 or 8 people who are currently in the church that are just there because it's kind of like a bit of a triage center. And she starts patching them up, just dressing wounds and stuff. What are the rest of you guys doing while she's doing this?
I think I'm gonna join in on that. You know, I got some clothes on me that I could probably wrap around some wounds or something.
As you approach, the priest kind of just steps on from the, sorry, small one. I can't let you get near them with your current hygienic state. It would cause infection.
Hmm.
Do you have holy water you can dump on him?
That's going to need a lot of holy water, and it's being used for those who need the rites.
If I had any spells
Okay,
left,
well I don't know I can. I'm gonna go look for I'm gonna go look for a shop so I can stock up on potions, because if I'm gonna be repeating anything that's happened today, I'm gonna need some potions.
Wait a second, I have holy water.
What
You have holy water on you?
Apparently, I also have manacles.
Oh, interesting.
I'm gonna put manacles on this priest.
Okay, first of all, Apple make an investigation check just to find a shop. Azure, are you actually going to try to manacle the priest?
If I do, I could help these people.
8.
8?
no, you
It's going to take you a while to find a shop. You have to ask around a little bit, and it's hard to get questions, but we'll come back to you in a minute.
Okay.
Azure, were you actually trying to just manacle the priest?
Would that be a bad thing?
I put
That
my
would be a
hand
very
over-
bad thing.
I
Dude,
put
you
my hand
weird.
over the goblin's shoulder and shake my head.
Oh no! A disagreeing head shake. Well, I don't think I'll do that anymore. No.
Okay.
Holy water? Oh. Can I ask how much you'll give me for it?
Oh,
Yes, I'm
You
trying
can.
to sell my holy water to a priest when there's dying people nearby.
no, you do what you got to do, man, but what do you say to him?
I have something you want.
I'm not sure about that. What could you have that we would want? Please stay a little bit farther back.
It's not good tasting water. Mm.
He stares at you so concerned and scared, but then he kind of sees that you're holding holy water, like,
I start playing
Oh!
whimsical music. I play whimsical music to help sell
Oh, that's
the
gonna
mood.
help. I'm gonna
okay,
get this money, dude.
I'll keep that in mind for a second. He's like, if you're offering holy water, that would be very much appreciated. May I have it?
I do a grasping gesture with my hand.
I suppose that's only fair. I can offer you, I can offer you very much. I can offer you maybe 10 silver for it.
Ooh. This thing ain't worth that much, I accept.
I'm gonna hold up for a second though. 'Cause you have a holy water flask.
Yeah, go check my inventory, dude.
Damn. Okay, but if you want to get rid of it, for that much-
Usually,
Wait, what does this thing actually do?
nope.
Splash?
You just offered it up. I mean, you can go look at it quick.
As an action, you can splash the contents of the splash onto a creature within 5 feet of you. I can splash this holy water on the priest. I can throw it 20 feet. I can throw it at the injured people to heal them. Wow.
it doesn't heal.
Oh, it does radiant
Heal.
damage.
To the fiends are undead.
You can discover if someone is a fiend or undead in the church.
Ooh, this priest might be evil. Treat the holy water as an improvisational weapon. You know, I think I'm not gonna do.
What do you mean you're not gonna do? Do you rescind your offer?
Yeah, I'm gonna
All
act
right.
like I'm too good for him now.
I get really disappointed and upset.
Oh my god!
sad bagpipe noises.
I could have gone up to like 12, but we really don't have the funds here. We could really use that.
Ooh, I accept now.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'll try to get it. And he starts actually talking to other people at the church, who all kind of look at each other and they look at you with a bit of a
And I have a shit-eating smile on my face.
Literally a shit-eating smile.
It's not. They're like understanding, but a little aghast. And someone trying to extort.
I'm still just doing this nasty hand.
I'm still playing in the background, by the way.
I think me and John's characters are going to help buy supplies too.
Okay,
Just
so
as an FYI.
I'll have you make one of your own investigation checks to help Afflung find its place. But yeah, Azure, remove the holy water flask from your inventory, and you can add 12 silver.
Hey, you guys are welcome. I just bought us some money.
That's not how money works, but all right.
Actually, I'm gonna go to the shopkeeping guys. What did you get for investigation?
Give me a second.
Do you want me to make a check as well?
You already did, and you did shitty. I'm seeing if they're gonna correct.
Okay.
I got an 8. So no, I also did shitty.
You guys are probably walking for like the better part of an hour before you find one. It's getting a little bit later in the day. I guess we'll have to come back to you guys in a minute. Back to Rhea. You just finished patching people up. At one point, the priest came to the guy you're patching and asked for a silver. You weren't really sure why. But he offered it out, and you finished bandaging his arm. And you're done. You've done what you can with the kit that you have. It seems like you did a pretty good job of making it so that these people are at least a little comfortable. Some of them will not heal. Some of them will be fine.
I should have.
Oh, that's the best I can do.
We appreciate it. We really do. I wish we could give you something for your time here, but we are our funds just emptied.
I really need information.
Oh, of course. What can I help you with?
No. Good lord.
I just heard a whisper in John.
All I heard was, no, good lord. So I was like, I know there's a devil on Rhea's shoulder right now, and its name is John.
What I whispered to Rhea was, no! Why didn't you ask for a favor in case I get in trouble later?
See, John's thinking ahead.
Yeah, man.
I need to know how to get to Baras.
Of course. If you take the road in the marketplace. Oh, sorry, the plague.
Oh, no.
If you take the road from the
Just a dash
marketplace,
of plague.
Oh, guess.
if you go southeast from the market, the road leads directly there. You've been helpful enough. I do hope that you spend the night here to rest before you go. You are looking quite weary. I could offer our house as lodging for your help. It's a little cramped, but it should be more comfortable than out on the streets.
That'd be much appreciated.
Okay, yes, but it's, again, it's about, 2 days travel to the southeast of here. It's a straight road. It's primarily a, agricultural kind of, small area, but it's a nice place. What do you have business there for?
Just need to see that temple there for my village.
Oh, very nice, very nice. It's I mean, all of our temples are, roughly the same, but okay. Anyway, come find me when you want to retire, and I'll be able to show you your way to a guest room or two. I need to get back to my duties here.
Wait. Before he's gone, I inquire about where the Pope of his religion is.
He kind of looks at you, and he kind of goes, "We don't have a pope. Our religion is unique in that we support all of those who have all spiritualities. It's more of an omnipresent kind of."
I leave. I don't care about this guy anymore.
Okay. Bye. And you just walk off.
He just fucks off. Like, we don't have a pope. He just kind of starts slinking away at that point.
Kind of looked at you, Phelan, was like, I don't know if I really like your small green friend.
No one does.
I understand. Anyway, take care. Thank you. It was very nice of you. And thank you very much for playing for these people. It was actually quite nice.
It was my pleasure.
No problem.
I'm going to go ahead and go to the guest room.
Okay. He kind of shows you to it. It's not that nice. It's pretty much like he has basically a room with like a couple of like sawdust beds and like a bench. If you guys are all going to try to sleep there, it's going to be a little cramped, but it's better than nothing.
Hey, it works.
Are you just going to call it a day then there?
I'm gonna pray to my deity and then call it a day.
All right.
I'm
We'll
gonna
go
give everybody money.
Aflong,
Yeah.
Chris, and John, I believe, are all going for shops.
Mm-hmm.
You guys aren't
You
even
guys
here.
finally, and it's getting pretty late, you guys finally managed to find your way back to an area that has some shops that are actually open during all this. You find your way to Elkin's General Goods Store. It seems like it's open. You guys can wander in if you want.
All right, I'll head on in.
I follow. It's kind of
I will follow Aflong and my loyal servant.
Hello. What can I do for you? We're about to close.
What wares do you carry here?
It seems to be just mostly, we have, general goods, rakes, farming equipments. I have, very little supplies for, some adventuring gear. It looks like you guys are going to get into some trouble, but, we have a little bit of this and that. A few weapons, not very much good. You understand?
Yeah. Do you have potions or armor?
Ooh, I don't have anything for armor. I might have one or two of healing potions left over from the last time that the herbalist was through here. I'll have to go get them 1 second.
Sure.
It kind of wanders off into the back for a second.
I want to peruse the store, see what else they have.
Okay. It's not the best store for like the stuff you guys kind of want. It's mostly like, the place where like the peasants get their fucking like utilities and tools and replacement blankets and standard general stuff.
Any bottles or cooking utensils?
Bottles or cooking utensils. Make an investigation check.
Going to peruse.
Okay.
You wander into his kitchen.
God, why is it always investigation? 10.
10? Okay.
Yep. Because it's always investigation, I have a -1 to int.
You do manage to find like some somewhat okay. You don't find any like good bottles, but you do manage to find a couple of decent like pans, like decent size, okay looking frying pans. He comes back a little bit later from the shop. He's like, yes, I found. I have 2. They're quite pricey. Are you sure you can afford these?
How much we talking?
Each of these run about 55 gold a piece.
What?
55 gold.
Correct.
I say attack them and steal them. Yeah, that's just me.
You're not there, Ryan.
That was a weird whisper in the wind. I don't know what that was.
You're not there.
I can tell from the look on your face that you can't afford these.
How much for pans?
Oh, those are quite nice. I would sell those to you for a couple copper a piece.
Boss, how much we need?
I'm gonna say 2.
2. We'll take 2.
That's convenient because I only have 2. Good.
Hooray!
I'll take 4 copper, please.
Okay.
We hand over the 4 copper.
All right, you guys can add 2
2 for
frying
each
pans.
inventory.
Huh?
1
2
for each inventory.
Inventory.
1 for each of us. We each have a
Okay.
pan.
Yep, add a frying pan.
1 frying a pan.
You might need to make a custom item. I don't know if it's an actual thing in D&D Beyond. Can I get you guys something else?
Frying pan, good.
Large, tall man, you look like you want to kill me.
I'm a little disappointed with the price, but it is what it is.
They're expensive. They bring people back from dead. Like, I mean, they're basically bottled health. I don't know. I don't set market value.
I just kind of let out a sigh, like, "Oh, thank you for your time."
Thank you for not killing me.
Don't assume the worst in people.
May I ask a question?
You know, yeah, yes, of course.
Does he carry any herbology or herbological ingredients?
That was a mouthful. 1 second here. I know he does. I'm just trying to find it really quick because I want to figure out what the price is. Come on, D&D Beyond. I know you have a brain. As you dig around a little bit, you do manage. Oh, he does basically. Yeah, you can ask him, and he basically just goes, "Yeah, we have an herbalism kit. Those are quite common around here. There's a lot of people who go out into the woods to gather things like that. We actually have them for a good price here, only 4 gold for it. It has everything you need basically to try to be able to patch things together and." You can probably try to make your own potion.
Wait a second.
If you know how to do it.
Wait a second. Did you say 4A gold?
4
Here.
gold. Why?
Oh, 4
You're not,
gold.
you're not here, small green man.
I'm not there. I'm just asking.
Boss, I got enough money for that.
I think.
I'm trying to see how much I actually have on me. I'm sorry.
Currency.
Yeah.
We don't have gold, John.
I have 10 gold. Haha.
Wow.
You're fucking loaded.
I know, because a rogue apparently starts with more.
Nice.
Equipment
Damn.
to the right.
Oh, I have.
Whatever that is.
Yeah, I have 10 as well. Okay, so Cheese and I will split 1 kit between us, so 2
Yep.
gold each.
One of you can add it to your inventory. It's kind of like one package thing.
You can put it in yours, John.
Yeah, it's an actual item.
Herbalism kit, I think.
And then I need to get 4 gold, period. So I don't know who's reducing it or what.
I'm reducing it by 2, and John's reducing it by 2.
Perfect. All right. Can I get you anything else?
This good. Thank you for help.
I'm about to say, I'll tell you what, I will thank the shopkeeper for his time and his business.
No problem. Come by anytime. It's appreciated.
That's the most sensible thing you said today.
Have a good one. I would like to close now if you would not
Yeah,
mind.
we're heading out of the shop. We're
It's
heading
late.
out of the shop.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank
I'm gonna start heading back to the church.
Okay. As you guys are heading back, I think the only person we haven't really dealt with here is Azure and Ryan. What have you been doing in the church? Rhea has left to go pray. You guys are sitting in the church with several people who are recovering. Many people are just praying privately to themselves. The priest is still going among people, trying to give condolences and say some words over people.
I'm having a private conversation with my bagpipe.
Okay. Are you saying anything of interest to your bagpipe or just kind of random stuff or
Personal stuff.
Okay. Ryan is mumbling. The Dragonborn is mumbling to his bagpipes off in the corner. Okay.
You know how I like you.
Well, I ain't jerking it, that's for sure. What am I doing in this church? Oh, is there a shower place I can go?
No.
We'd probably have to go. To like a tavern.
There might be a bucket with water that you can clean in somewhere.
Sure, you can find a gutter.
Gutter? That would make me cleaner, but I might as well just ask all these people to spit on me for a while. Have the same effect.
We will not do that. No. We have a bucket upstairs if you would like to use in the room that you can stay in.
I'll take it.
Okay.
Do I have to roll? Do I have to roll a history check?
Why?
Why?
Well, you see,
It's been so long he doesn't remember how to bathe.
yeah, I gotta look back at the past to really do things.
Okay, make a history check to remember how to bathe. Phelan, as you're sitting there praying, the small disgruntled goblin comes in to the room,
13.
reeking like shit,
I do indeed remember how to bathe.
And first
Maybe.
he
You
stares-
tell me.
he comes into the room and he finds the bucket in the corner, and you're just kind of watching him with like interest here. He finds the bucket in the corner. He stares at it for a bit, like eyes furrowed, like just thinking really hard. He's like, "I got it!" And then he just face plants into the bucket. He proceeds to do this with all his body parts, and he starts scrubbing, and he's cleaning himself in a very weird way, but he's managing.
At least I didn't roll like a.
From my pack, I'm gonna cut a slab of soap
Ooh.
off the bar I have.
Okay.
Binkies.
Azure, as you look at the small bar, you've never encountered something like this before.
Oh no, a scary new object.
You want to
Taste test.
wet and rub it on yourself, and it'll help you get clean. And then you
Okay.
rinse it off with water.
Okay. Padley, do you want me to do a dexterity check to see how well I use soap?
No, you can learn to use soap. With Phelan sitting there showing you how to use soap, you can learn.
If necessary, I will help him bathe.
Thank you.
Okay.
At least I didn't roll like a 2 when it came to history, so I didn't end up shitting in the bucket. That was really close.
So, Ryan's having a private conversation. The rest of the group gets back. You guys kind of all eventually slowly sort of trample back to the room. The goblin's clean.
I know.
Like, actually clean. He smells okay now.
I look at him and say, "Who the hell are you?"
Agreed. Who are you?
I'm Rainbow Dumble, certified worm tamer.
I've heard that before. Where have I heard that before?
Goblin said it earlier.
Oh, that's right.
Gave him soap.
You know, I feel like my character arc has really come to fruition here.
Oh, you guys are
Best
good.
I've ever seen.
So, if you guys would like to do anything else, otherwise you guys can kind of bunker down for the night.
Yep.
All right.
Well, I'm kind of a
Everyone go-
large man. Is there room for me? Or should I
don't worry.
look for an inn to stay at?
I would say that you could probably manage to sleep if you can sleep sitting up against one of the walls with one of the chairs there.
I would like to
Damn.
point out, me and John, being charlatans, probably have done this many a time.
Oh yeah, you guys got a system.
Honestly, you probably end up well rested versus the rest of them.
So you guys can all mark that you have a long rest. That's a button near the top. It kind of it brings back your spell slots, brings back your health, your abilities, all that kind of shit. It's really good.
I'm just curious. There's a check button that says reset maximum HP changes during this rest. Do we leave that
Yeah,
checked?
You'd never lost any max HP, so you're good.
Okay.
There's
I'm
certain abilities that will dump your max HP. Some of them will go away with a long rest. Some of them won't, but that's not important right now.
Oh, and by the way, whenever you are clicking take a long rest, there will be a countdown. You have to click it again to confirm it.
I noticed that.
All right. You guys have a fairly long night. You actually sleep pretty decent considering the events of the day. It's a little bit more exciting than you probably wanted it to be. And probably sometime around early dawn, you guys start waking up. The priest kind of comes in at one point like, I can bring you guys breakfast in a minute. Does anyone have any preferences?
Food.
Food is good.
Okay, sure. Eggs and ham it is or something. I'll find out.
Food.
I can help.
Oh, sure. I appreciate that. Yes, please.
I'm gonna go and help.
All right.
Roll for food poisoning.
So,
And I got the middle finger, boys.
after a little while, Phelan comes back with a priest. You guys can have yourself a decent meal. Kind of needed. He's obviously kind of breaking out the good stuff because of you guys.
Aw, I'm gonna give him a back rub.
I think that's all Phelan.
Politely declines.
I'm gonna persuade him.
I start playing my bagpipe.
Okay. Make a persuasion check with advantage because Ryan's setting the mood.
I'm imagining that stupid sack fellow.
Wait a second. Let me. Oh, that's weird. Okay, I'm gonna roll.
Wait, did I need to?
Roll.
No, you basically just helped Azure, so you gave him.
Okay, so I got 7 and plus 4, 11.
Okay, he kind of looks at you like, I really, really appreciate it, but you are clean now, and I appreciate that. It's good, but I'm good. No, I'm
Damn
fine.
it. I should have fucking used friends on him so I could have triple advantage.
Anyway, I need to go to morning service. You can all help yourselves to more breakfast if you want, and then
Call him a coward.
That's uncalled for. It might be rude, but it's uncalled for. I'm going to go to service. Please lock up on your way out.
We will, thank you.
And he heads out the door, kind of like looks at you guys for a little bit, looks at the goblin, like a bit of concern visible on his face. And then he heads out.
I still feel bad, guys.
Is this where our stopping point's going to be? Because
I think so.
We can call it a night here if you guys want to.
I think it's about that time that we said we were going to end the sessions yet.
I didn't remember if we said 8:30 or 9, so
I think 8.
That was 8:30, yeah.
All right, yeah, we can call it a night there then.
All right, I'm fine with that.
I'm actually a little upset I failed at seducing the priest.
He's a priest!
So what do you guys think of your first actual full session?
I almost died.
So did we, yeah.
I almost super died.
Yeah, you got fucked up. Nat 20 on that guy was a little rough.
Yeah.
I'm disappointed we only sold 1 vial before we got arrested.
I know, right? That really does suck. We'll do better.
I really feel like the sales pitch should have gotten us at least 2 or 3 more.
I really do.
I mean, it's a hard sell. You're screaming at a bunch of peasants in the middle of a town, and like an 11 or 12 wasn't really enough to really get that many people to buy.
No, I get it fully. No, I totally agree with the roles and what action occurred. I'm just saying the amount of effort did not equal the reward, and that was
No, I know, and sometimes it's disappointing, especially when you do such a grandiose speech. Like sometimes the dice just fucks you.
This is bogus. No, I want to see where this goes.
Yeah. You guys did good though.
My early rolls did okay, but then it just started, went downhill.
Athlon, you never had to be me with the horses.
Yeah, you did not get those fucking horses though.
I really never did. I couldn't even get to the horses quickly the first
You
time.
got close
Tried
with
making
your first
friends with
roll.
me way too much, asshole.
Yeah,
What?
you're gonna end up drop kicking him at some point, Athlon.
He's not that angry.
I'm really interested to see how this party shapes up.
I am too, man. It's interesting. I appreciate you guys getting into the RPing a bit, by the way. Normally parties take a little bit to get into that.
We just got to learn to stop talking over each other, I think, at crucial moments.
Yeah.
I'm also just unsure about the whole taking turns thing. I'm not sure we are.
I feel like we're taking turns during combat, not so much in like open
Anything
dialogue.
else? Is that
Yeah.
The important thing is that people get to voice and play and engage. So like you definitely want to leave the air open for people. It's mostly my job to try to make sure that like everyone's actually engaging, but like if I'm not doing that quite right, just please let me know.
Will do.
Yeah. It's hard for me to constantly keep track of like how much airtime everyone's getting.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
yeah. And it was really tough too because we got split up a lot at the
Yeah.
beginning.
Uh-huh. And every time I put you guys all in the same room together just to let you all talk, it was like, oh. Which is natural for a party meeting for the first time.
I think we're gonna get better at meeting for the first time.
Yeah.
Sorry, cheese.
No, it was. Anyone want to buy a potion?
Definitely fun though.